Anyway, looks like we're live, and we are verifying audio. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back, Skexy Suckers, to another episode of Emrae, a Dungeons & Dragons campaign in a world of my own design in 5th edition. With us, as always, are our good friends, starting on my left, your left, Leganor, aka Jeff, our human fighter bard, Jindorum Jindraprax, aka Zack, our dragonborn sorcerer, Wallace the Wall Stone Guard, aka Wallace the Wall Stone Guard, aka Wallace the Wall Stone Guard, aka aka Mike, our human fighter, and our newest addition to the party, just like you referenced Titus from Final Fantasy X. Anyway, no, our newest addition, Rail, aka Steve, our elf druid. That was always yeah. That was always that was always the most jarring part of that whole like dramatic
It's
Yuna's
the best.
Yuna's talking about all the different party members, Lulu and Waka and you, our newest member, because you can change his name and no one else
Right.
is.
Oh,
Anyway.
Champion.
Our newest champion friend. When we last left our party, for those of you who are not paying attention, which would probably just be Mike, as he's the only one who watches these. Last session, our party had met up with Rail, who is a member of the Mbakwa tribe living in the tree of the Valley of Spirits. They spent some time kind of meandering through the tribal village in the treetop, getting to know not only Rail's mother, who they learned is actually a human from the city of Gaspar, and spent some time not only in the Arcane University, but specifically knows Sturgis from her youth, which is a surprise to everybody. Um, Apparently, she was involved in a shipwreck. She's been with the Mbakwa for many years. From that new relationships, Rail was born, and after speaking to Chief Furrier and learning that there's more to these giant jungle trees and the glowy green magics emanating from their center, it was exposed or was revealed to you to some degree. You don't know all the details. That the remnants of the ancient Uralaban portals sites that dotted the landscape of Korm um, have left behind these loci, plural of locus, centers of magical energies that affect the landscape in various ways. That is the reason why the tree that we're in is so large and provides shelter and protection in the valley for the Mbakwa tribe who've been here for forever and ever ago. And that's what the elders of the village have, sort of passed that knowledge down. It was also revealed that this is not the only one, and it's not the most powerful one. There are stronger ones, and it's suggested that there may be a method by which they could marry the locus of energy with the new knowledge of Sturgis's research that Marine has helped to perhaps travel back to the appropriate time and location. But in order to gain access and information regarding that, Chief Freer has asked the party if they would aid in the investigation and potential solution to the local problems of the mysterious activities, violence, deaths, etc., that have been plaguing the villagers here within the Valley of Spirits over the past 4 years, which seems to correspond with the timing of when the party initially did their portal. So that was a lot of exposition last session. We did learn quite a bit. We didn't do any combat. It was nice sort of catch up for Steve, as well as some new plot points that we've developed now that we're back in a different area. With that, we will.
Here to make the party roll the least amount of dice possible.
With that, we will open up today, sort of where we left off. You guys were talking with the chief. You had accepted the quest to investigate the death of Zolban. I believe the elf Anubin said that he would guide you in the morning to the site, and you could pick up the trail from there potentially. And
I thought Rail was the one guiding us.
Rail was, yeah, Rail was guiding you through the jungle. Anubin said he would bring you to the site because Anubin knows where the guy died, and then Rail would
Ah,
accompany
got it.
you.
Okay.
Rail would accompany you.
Where Zolban died. Got it.
Yeah, where Zolban died. Exactly.
Taking notes. And that's getting ridiculous at this stage.
Yeah, it sure is.
I have a lot of notes written here.
All right,
So,
so proceed.
I so I guess I don't know, was it morning, afternoon, evening, night? I don't know what time of day it is.
If unless you guys had things that you wanted to do to the for the end of that last day, we can certainly open in the morning. Did
I'm
anyone?
happy to fast
Yeah.
forward
Did
to
anyone have plans
AOC
that
if
they
that.
wanted to accomplish between learning what the chief had to say and the next morning when Anubin could take you out to the site?
I mean, I'd be curious if Mayreen can explain to me more about like stuff with regard to like traveling through magics, but if that's something that happens when we come back, that's fine.
Sure. So, I mean, you had that conversation with her, and what you got at this point is that she needs more time to digest the details.
Ah, okay.
But what Sturgis was saying seems to make sense from his research.
Okay.
If you recall, there was that glyph on the ground, and that glyph Sturgis correctly identified was required in order to channel the Eurolobin prayer dance magic into a a time space shift portal spell, so to speak. What he failed to realize until it was too late and he didn't have enough time because of the combat with that drow that you found, he did his best to accommodate since he was sort of in conflict. But what we realized too late is the direction that you're facing and the position standing on the circle relate to not only the direction in time and um, um, magnitude of time that you traverse, as well as the physical representation of the plane of Emrae physically where you will appear. So it's a very analog system in that sense, where much like everything else about the Eurolobin Magics has that somatic dance component. Similarly, it utilizes the same sort of concept, which she doesn't know the details, which is what she needs to hash through the research to identify. But in theory, if she may be able to provide to you the specifics of how to recreate it so that you can actually pinpoint your appropriate time and location that you're trying to travel to.
I just find it funny that you are like time travel is so analog.
Ha!
All right.
Analog. Funny.
Yes. All right. So yeah. Otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah, so that was where she left it. She needs time. Luckily, you have a way to busy yourself for some time while she does that. Conveniently.
Funny, funny how that works.
Yeah, right?
In the same vein, I would have used yesterday to go check out if there's any kind of armory or general store. Since I'm down to 14 shots on the steampunk revolvers,
Yeah,
but my instinct is that if I don't see them carrying crossbows, they probably are not going to have something intricate like a hand crossbow.
that's fair. So, the chief does in fact say that, because you've accepted the charge to go traversing through the surrounding jungle to identify what's going on, that if you wanted to work with the scouts regiment to outfit yourself, you'd be welcome to. But as you identified, sort of city-made intricate weaponry isn't really available. There are bows and simple crossbows, but not anything, not a hand crossbow available. That goes for anybody. If you wanted to grab anything, standard equipment, standard D&D 5e equipment, if you needed to grab anything, you're welcome to it.
I need to find Babbage Charles so he can make more rounds.
Yeah, right.
Can this time travel spell get us to the other campaign for a minute?
It's not an interplanetary travel. Sorry, interplanar.
Interplanar.
One day.
That would be real fun. Jim DMs and NPCs a PC from another campaign.
I could see you pulling it off. Anyway, I'm good. I would say I'm ready for morning.
Okay. Zach, Steve.
Yeah, I would have nothing I don't really
Yeah.
need anything. I check my inventory. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm grabbing just like some generic gear, which I have not done because we didn't do any fighting or anything last round. So I'm getting like studded leather armor and stuff.
Yeah,
Which
absolutely. You can just drag it right on,
presumably I would. Yeah,
onto your character sheet.
yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Steve, just out of game context, we were going to discuss magical items so that you are on par with the other players because they've acquired some things. Did we do that? Do you have anything?
We did not, and I do not.
Okay.
But I will find something by the time we get into a fight. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
And we won't worry about how you got it. You know, you're level 10. You've been around. Okay. So great.
Yeah,
So
just get him like a hook of elven kind and a sword +1. It'll be good.
yeah, we won't go silly, but you'll have something to be on par. In any case, morning breaks. You guys arise in your little inn that you spent the night previously. Anubin said that he would meet you at the base of the village by the watery pool after morning meal, where you could then traverse. So I assume we're zipping to that period of time.
Yes.
All right, cool. Let me move you guys to that map. I gotta grab. Stand by. Forgot about this token. Copy. Paste. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you should see yourselves at the north of this map by the watery pool, correct? Does anybody not see themselves?
Have it.
No, I see it.
Great. Alright, so you meet up with Anubin, and he says, "Oh, hey guys, yeah, so glad you could make it. If you want to go to where Zolbin was, you just, it's south. No, it's north of here.
Good scout.
Buddy, which way is it here? Come on.
As
Scouting
north.
method, right?
Scout, yes,
Point.
it's north. He points north this way. Follow me. I'll take you to where it happened." And
Are we gonna find a bridge instead of just going over the river?
he leads you. He leads you north. I have to consult my own sort of map key here. Okay. So he leads you guys north. You find yourselves here.
Nope, gonna make us jump over the water again.
No, you shouldn't be there. You should be on the map, on the path. This time he follows the path out
Ah,
of town. He should have.
shocking.
I gotta keep remembering to bring Steve's token over. So yeah, he leads you north through this map. And then that leads to here. Boom, 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 boom.
Is this jungle like the opening scene rated as the Lost Ark, sweltering and strange birds and monkeys sounding off every which way?
Yeah,
Along
yeah.
those lines.
We've established previously that it's that kind of a thick, dense jungle.
I
Uh,
have no.
as we're
To the
as
south
we're
of the
heading
fedora.
as we're heading out, so the night before I go to sleep, Rail always does his evening ritual, which involves making it any leftover first level or second level spell slots that he has into good berries because they last for 24 hours. And so when we all meet up in the morning, he says, "Good morning, sirs. I hope you're all ready for this great adventure," and gives you each 5 good berries.
Nice.
Which out of content, out of game knowledge, they can, in addition to you not needing to like eat for a day, having one, they also restore 1 hit point, meaning that you can use them to like bring each other up. If you can like feed one to someone else who's
Got it.
unconscious.
Ah,
Good to know.
did not know that.
Sorry, I
Cool.
keep copying your token, Mike, and then when I paste it, it pastes as Jeff's token.
As soon as you hand me those berries, I pop one in my mouth and I just eat one of them, and then without realizing that it's one of those berries again, I'm like, oh, that's,
Why is your
now I'm not hungry.
Cells were broken before.
Yeah,
No vision.
I don't know why. You don't have vision currently?
Correct.
Really?
While we're walking along, occasionally when I hear those piercing cries from
Thank you.
free monkeys and different birds, I'm gonna whip out the steampunk banjo and just try to see if I can get like a little call response going. Play a little chord, see if
As you do that, Rail will say to you like, "Hey, sirs, I think that it's a good idea to like it's cool that you're doing that, but also like if we're trying to like get the jump on some enemies, it's probably not a good idea to make some noise."
Are we expecting to be possibly jumping things?
Yeah,
Feeling-
is it like that? I thought we were just going to kind of investigate a quick thing. You think they didn't move on, or you think there still might be?
I mean, part of being on an adventure is being ready for anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Rail makes some good sense. Just because he was jumped a while back doesn't mean that there might not be bad guys like like in the area.
So when he says that, I take my shotgun staff off my back, and I ready it, and I tie a bandana around my forehead because we're in the jungle.
So
And I somehow in the background hear "Fortunate Son" playing by TCR.
Very, very fashionable.
And
That's sure to provide some extra cover for your eyes from the jungle suns.
So when Rail says that, I nod and I say that's a good point. And then out of character, real quick, we think it was the drow that jumped this thing, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I only know what drow look like based on growing up on the streets, and like once in a while you're in a tavern, you hear some grizzled fart.
Well, you saw a drow kill.
yeah,
Oh, that's right.
you did fight one,
That's right.
We fought a
Okay.
bunch. We fought a bunch
Killed
of
and
drow.
you fought others.
I was gonna say I try to conjure up what my most accurate depiction would be, but instead what I'm gonna do is right as he's saying that, I mean I point and I cast minor illusion. I mean like that guy right there, and recreate like a illusory mannequin of the drow that we fought.
Okay. So Jeff does that. Um,
We go into initiative for a few rounds.
Jeff does
Iona
that.
goes,
This is minor. It's a cantrip, so it just kind of like you're like, oh, he's like this, but he's not moving. Nothing's happening.
And when Jeff does that, um, Mike,
Mr. Bard trying to do
Yes.
the bard stuff.
you see the image, and
Right.
your initial instinct is, oh my god, it's that guy that killed Sturgis or Flosty.
Yeah, Flosky.
And as you go to react, where we would normally roll initiative, instead your brain is like washed over with strange incantations and knowledge, like the Matrix was plugged into the back of your head.
Is it like the Hangover when you see all the equations and everything?
Yeah. And now you have. Hey, why didn't it do it? Roll 20 locked up
Do
on
the
me.
thing.
Roll 20 locked up on me. There we go. Yeah, did you see?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't mean to click. I didn't mean to put it in the chat, but here you are.
Yes.
So you now like that knowledge pops in your head.
And I'm just like that knowledge pops in my head, and I'm just like, I start a small little flame in his nose. Like,
And in doing so, it reveals to be an illusion.
haha! What? Who? You?
Where'd that fire come from?
Damn it,
You
fingers.
see me with like the biggest shit-eating grin, just laughing. Really, Wallace? You could manifest such
Wally,
things.
was that you?
I turn and like try to make this small puff of wind go past me, but then I remember, oh wait, no, I'm bald. There's no way to make my hair actually do this.
Wait, it catches your bushy eyebrows.
Yeah, your eyebrows are just like.
There's little like faint musical like note things that now float over my head as I just start to like play with this and like, you
Yeah,
people's been this is crazy.
I get super excited at this and run over and like jump up and down like yeah.
You're doing it, Peter. You're remembering. All right. Anubin looks at that and goes, "Well, that was strange." Um, he then leads you. He says, "This is where it happened. It's through here." So he guides you through the thickness of the jungle. Remember, the map is not accurately indicative to how dense this growth is. But he slowly leads you through thick undergrowth to about here, where he points out a small, since disturbed but still present, the remnants of like a small cook fire. He said that we were camping here, and I was on first watch. Then he took second, and I woke up to hear him just gurgling. Someone had attacked him and stabbed him and run off, and they ran off to the north. So if we're gonna pick up a trail, this would be the place.
Can I do some perception
You
to
can.
see if I can find a trail?
You certainly can.
I will start investigating for scenes of a crime,
Very good.
whether or not.
I want to inspire my comrades as their personal researchers.
I
Phenomenal.
will
I got
be
25.
very
I see.
nice. I will be very suspicious of the woods around. Keep a very sharp eye out around us.
All right. So Jin's keeping an eye out. Wallace is investigating. Rail is perceiving the area, and Leganor is buffing his friends. Between Rail and Wallace, so Wallace is a seasoned investigator in his former city life as a PI, and Rail being a highly perceptive local. Um, the two of you are able to not only identify the direction in which the scuffle occurred and the attacker ran off in, but the trail you picked up is in fact so clear based on what you can find that you can confirm the assailant was humanoid in size and shape and gait.
Newman, I think we got this covered. If you want to report back, we clearly have got a trail here.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good.
of you.
I'm gonna go find my cat, Poopy Butt, or whatever the heck I said his stupid name was.
Yes, you go do the important things.
Yeah, and Anubin disappears in a puff of smoke because I don't want to RP him anymore.
And be gone.
He uses,
He was always a little ethereal.
he uses DM fiat, upcast prestidigitation that like.
No, in reality, he leaves back south to the path.
Just say for a second, Wallace is like, did I do that? Like what?
So when I see
Anyway.
Wallace and Rail are picking the trail, I'm like, what is it, boy? What do you smell?
You know, it's a good thing we've known each other for what I think is months at this point, because I've just gotten used to your antics, Dad. Fingers.
To me, it
Alright.
feels like millennia, but hey, who's counting?
I don't know. If you go forward and back, do they cancel that? I'm not gonna think about that. We got a trail to follow, and I start following the trail.
Cool. So right around where the scuffle occurred, obviously there's a much more disturbance in the undergrowth, so that's why the trail is so easy to discover and find. As soon as you leave the immediate vicinity, it becomes more difficult to keep track of the trail, and periodically you kind of have to stop and figure out like, which way did they go, which we will handle as we proceed along the way. That said, I will indicate what you know, or I will indicate what you've discovered rather with this teal line. So the scuffle occurred here, and the assailant ran off in this direction.
How old is how old is the scene?
Oh, it was just a few days ago. So like it's been 2 days since Onubin found you guys, and um,
Okay.
he was tracking you just for a couple of days since your initial arrival into the valley. So I mean the whole trail with Zolbin occurred during his last ranging, so it was within the last week. All right, so the party heads off. Oh no, where'd your token go? Oh, sorry. Cursor. I want to copy your tokens so I don't have to keep pasting them. Dun, dun. Copy.
Just be able to copy all four and paste them in
Yeah,
the next one.
copy. And now, so when you guys are, I assume you're heading north.
Yes.
All right. So as you
Yep.
follow that trail, you come upon.
And that's all. How do you think the vision would copy over?
No, I haven't put you on here yet.
Ah. That'll
So
do
that
vision.
leads you to here,
I'll be rear guard.
and the trail. Oh, sorry. Said I would do teal. The trail leads to here until you can't immediately find it.
So it seems to peter out by the riverbank.
It you need to sort of recheck to figure out where they went. You're not sure if they crossed the river, if they followed the coast, or what. You just kind of lose it, and you have to refind it somehow.
So Wallace and I have done this whole routine many, many times since how we got our start. So whenever he's bloodhounding, since I'm not good at it, I've always been all right. I'll watch your back, keep eyes out, make sure no one comes up and tries to knife you in the back. So I'm keeping a close watch on.
Cool.
I appreciate that, Fingers and Sparkles. I mean, I'm kind of out of my element in the woods at this point, but most crime scenes tend to leave similar notices. Rail,
That's me.
where do we? How do you want to mechanically do this, Jim? Like, how do we?
I mean, you tell me. You have characters
Oh,
sheets
well,
with
I'm gonna
stuff.
keep investing. All right. Well, yeah. No, I will. Since Rail's the local. All right.
If
You
you
tell me.
if you want to if you want to investigate, I can help you. Or if you want, you could help me. It'll provide
Let's.
one of us advantage, and is probably the better of two options.
You help me then.
Great,
Cool.
I help.
So Rail's gonna help you in an investigation check, which you crit because
Ah.
you're a beast. Um, so what you can tell is that
Oh no, his perception is higher actually. Okay.
his
Sorry,
perception
guys.
is higher than your investigation. Yeah. So anyway, you can tell that you kind of lost it. You thought he went into the river, but then you can tell that he just kept to the river bank in a way to keep his feet dry. Well, keep their feet dry. We don't know his or hers. And the trail continues along the river coast. And you see that they did, in fact, lead to the bridge. Unlike the last bridge that you encountered, this one seems to have much more recent and frequent use.
Okay.
So it's unsure if um, it's not like there's just one set of prints that go across the bridge from recent times. There's been more active prints, but you don't see anything around the bridge. The trail kind of ends right at the end of the bridge. Wallace crosses.
All right. All right. Rail let you see if you can spot where they go from here.
And
Sure.
I'll come up from behind.
I wanna make a perception check and see if I can like or yeah, like see if I can spot like where the trail goes cold if there's anything like a overturned branch or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll perception to pick the trail back up. Wallace is helping, I said.
I'm helping.
So perception at advantage, please, Rail.
Okay. 25.
Perfect. You guys sure know where things are. Um, so yeah, you obviously there's a bunch of prints and paths that lead off of the end of the bridge because that's where travel goes. So you don't see anything coming off in either direction from the path directly after the bridge. What you do notice is similar sized footprints rather than going this way or that way. You notice some go off in that direction.
Okay.
And Wallace runs off the map. Okay, so let me see. Map key, that's here. That leads to there. So if I go to here,
We're on map 8. We're moving to map 3.
yeah, it kind of works like that. That would put you guys here-ish.
Okay. Mind drawing us a map or a? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So the
Field.
the footprints. I keep getting the wrong color every time I change my screens. Not that it really matters. The prints lead to one of these cliff faces, and then there's no more footprints.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna, I guess, check the wall to see if there's anything that indicates like common handholds or maybe like a grab, like a. I'm looking for if there's an easy place to either climb up or if there's some other indication of regular foot traffic through this particular spot, or if maybe like there's a secret door in the wall or something.
Sure. Investigate.
Investigate.
I'm helping.
Okay.
Yay.
So most of the cliff face would be capable for climbing.
Okay.
As the map does suggest, there's roots and rocks and ledges and juts and a lot of easy ways to grab hold, as well as along each sort of plateau up. There's additional vegetation. It'd be a very straightforward and simple task to climb up into these sort of tiered plateaued cliffs as sort of the valley leads into the mountain range. um, but your investigation actually shows some worn moss, an area that looks like someone has climbed up recently to here. And you can't see much beyond that. Each one of these little ledges is roughly 10 foot in elevation.
Okay. Gents, the trail looks like it's leading up this cliff face, so alley oop, or whatever's, and I will start climbing.
Climb speed is how's that done? That's just difficult terrain.
Half. Yeah, essentially.
Cool.
Unless you have, it's half your movement speed, unless you have.
Unless you have a climb speed. Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an easy climb, like I said. So everyone should have no problem scaling up to the first plateau if that's the plan.
I got a question for you, Jim.
Sure.
Mechanically, if I was playing my druid in your campaign, if you use something like plant growth, where you're supposed to climb, even though that's supposed to make it difficult terrain, would it give you any kind of advantage? Because maybe those plants are climbing.
Um, let's take that offline.
I would argue no, because like
Yeah, I
plant
would.
growth makes everything thicker, so like you literally have like you have too many
Yeah,
things in the way
I'm
while you're
guessing
climbing.
no.
So you'd be climbing through like bramble bushes.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
Right.
Not to mention plant growth is what, like a massive area.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like 100-foot radius.
I just
Yeah.
timing with the string.
There are a couple of different like growth based spells, but yeah, like their general intent is to
Make it harder,
make
not
it.
easier.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you use it the other way around, where you had sparse cliffs with just a few blades of grass, and you grew that into stronger vegetation, so you could keep yourself from falling off a cliff. That would be like a
Mm.
case by case basis. But
Right.
that's why I want to take it offline because there's always different ways to think about problems, but they're usually case by case.
Hey,
Any
old man, I need your help up here.
any case, that's you, Rail.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What do you need?
I need your eyes up here, you local.
You look
I like followed you up even if I'm not updating my token. Roll
cool.
20 is being really slow for me, so it's like
Oh, that stinks.
it takes like I click my token and it takes like a full 5 seconds for the little thingies to pop up.
Oh,
Sheesh.
that's annoying.
That sucks.
It
all right, so
it
everyone's
happens.
up on the plateau, I'm guessing, or no?
Yes, I'm following up. I'm
Sparkles?
taking the rear guard.
Cool.
Sparkles? Night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you'd have to again pick up the trail, see where things go.
All right. Am I doing that or are you doing that, sir?
You got it, old man.
Great. Let me just navigate back to the core of my character sheet. A 28.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do. So these prints lead off this way.
This whole time we're in the woods, you just hear me kind of muttering under my breath what I'm saying.
Oh, this is good for your scales, Sparkles. You'll be fine.
Isn't this why you're wearing the bandana?
That's right. But you don't hear what I'm saying, and my eyes are very wild and darting.
I hear you. Jin, I hear you. I would much rather be somewhere in a tavern right now playing for my dinner. But here we are in this
Yes.
wretched.
I am much more of a city folk.
All three of us are. Which is exactly
not-
why we got the old man.
It's not so bad once you get used to it. Just
You
spent
hear me
50
mutter.
years training as a druid.
They're in the trees. They're in the trees.
You make it
They're in
sound
the
so
trees.
accomplished.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys should be on this map. You should have vision. What is happening?
Wallace is moving way too much, looking for trails.
Yeah. So the trail gets to about that part of the cliff face, and you're not sure where it's going yet.
Keeping an eye out.
Wallace successfully investigates and sees that whoever made this stopped for a breather and then proceeded following the cliff face.
So, Rail, you've been out here 50 years training to be a druid. How do you not get bored of it in all that time?
I mean, do you get bored of performing in taverns for your dinner?
Yeah, but it's a different tavern every day.
I mean, the jungle is different too.
So you say. It kind of all looks the same, but
Well,
what
like
do you want?
like this tree right here, and I'll like point to a tree, and I'll be like, and I'll say like, I remember when this was a sapling. I remember when it did that, and then I got to watch it grow up, and that was cool. It and like that over there, that little stream, that didn't used to be there. That happened during a thunderstorm one time.
I see. So you're saying it's like the jungle's alive, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, trees are alive,
Well, of course.
and like trees and the grass and the plants and all the animals and stuff. We haven't seen that many animals because, and I don't mean this to sound offensive, but you guys are really loud.
It's mostly
Well, we
Wallace.
try to be. Wait, I think I see what you're saying.
Ding, 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 ding.
See, I'm looking at all these
Well, no.
stone walls and everything. Is like, would this make for like a good, good acoustics if I were to put one a little simpler?
Maybe if there are walls on both sides, but
If you like, the more astute among you would have realized that the entire time as we've been going through, like, you guys have been like crunching and like your armor is clanking and you're like moving like branches and plants and stuff out of the way. Like, you may have noticed that like Rail hasn't touched anything or made a sound. Like, just like weaving through trees and like not stepping on any like leaves or anything like that. Just like almost without thinking about
he moves through the forest the way Ezio Auditore moves through a crowd.
it. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely don't notice. As I'm like swatting insects and like spider
Oh, it's
webs
really
and
easy,
stuff.
Sirius. Just hold R2.
Somehow the most somehow the thing that sticks out the most in the crowd and is very distinctly patterned clothes is just invisible in crowds. Yes.
So as you guys get to where the line is drawn, you again sort of lose the obvious next steps.
I nudge the old man.
Yeah.
Core sheet.
Whoo!
Oh man.
I crit with a 29. Can we just go to the hideout now, or do I need to keep rolling 20 plus on perception checks?
Seriously, look at all these rolls.
There's a reason that these are all being
Yeah.
rolled. These are not arbitrary.
No, of course.
Um. Anyway,
The DM's like, they're supposed to fail one of these. Damn it.
I mean, it's totally fine if you don't. That's how the game goes. So, it made sense. You would expect them to continue to hug sort of the cliff face, but instead you see them scramble or appear to have climbed up to the top of this plateau, which is a good 30 feet up, more than your typical little ledge. It's pretty high up there.
Does this one look like it has a lot of good grabs and handholds and be easy, or does this one look harder?
Um, it's not that it looks harder. It just seems,
It's higher.
yeah, it's just more. It's just more climbing.
Okay. Well, in that case. Old creaky noises.
I can go first if you want me to show you how to climb up it the best.
And I will watch or wait for Rail to do that.
Cool. Wallace
I'm pretty
scrambles up
halfway
there.
up.
Rail climbs up without an issue.
I try to follow in his footsteps as best as possible.
Sure. Doesn't seem to be very difficult.
As somebody who's been recently going to rock climbing gyms, this all feels very appropriate. Knuckles, you coming?
Oh yeah, I climb. Oh, I thought this was the edge of the map. I actually had to move it over.
I may or may not have done the same thing.
Okay. At the top, again, you need to recheck where things go because you couldn't see from down below.
Look.
And without issue, Wallace can tell that they seem to move down to here, and then you see scrambling back down the cliffside.
What? Wait, hold on.
Listen, you guys. Either somebody's trying to lose us, or you don't know where we're going. What's going on here?
No, that is very peculiar. I try to like look down this side to see like, is there some particular reason they'd avoid going to this part of the cliff? That seems odd. Can I see like through the jungle from here?
No, there's too much. Like I said, the map is not fully indicative to how dense the foliage is.
All right, so like, there's
so you can't really see from your vantage.
This is where the trail goes, gents. So I don't know what to tell you. This is odd. All right.
I mean, I crit a perception check. Is there any way that like I can see a little bit more of like the like overall arc of the path, especially like from the top of a cliff,
Um,
knowing the jungle like I do.
no, only because the tree cover to the ground below you is obscuring the actual ground. So, like I said, even though the map has like one tree, one tree, one tree, it's like thick canopy of tree cover below you. Um, but your perception makes it very definitively clear that they did in fact scramble back. They did climb up, walk across, and climb back down. It was intentional and purposeful.
Okay.
Alright, next time we go up a cliff, we'll make sure we're not going back down a cliff before we have everybody follow us up. That was silly. Oh man!
Yeah, I guess I'll look again. I got a 19 that time. I'm starting to slip.
Are you? So you already came down. Okay, sorry, you didn't. That's fine. Um, from that, it. Oops, sorry, wrong color. I don't know why it keeps changing my color. I didn't change the color. Don't change the color on me. It leads off in that direction. And Wallace follows. I assume everyone else does as well, or no?
Sparkles!
Got myself some comfier digs. Okay, I follow along, taking the rear guard again.
Cool. All right. So we'll move you
Oh
guys.
crap!
What's up?
Did I lose you guys?
What? No, you're good. Fine.
No. Okay. There you go.
All's well.
Move
Froze
you
for a second.
to here. Dun, dun,
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Bum, bum, bum. Bzz.
Ooh! Uh, cave entrance, and I'll like unsheath my sword at this point. Like,
Yeah.
As soon as I
So
see it, I whip out my revolvers.
the trail leads to a small hole in the cliffside that immediately turns off to the left. It's very dark beyond. You can only see really the entrance, and it leads down. So it's in the wall. It leads elevation downward, and it's only about a 5 foot opening. It's very dark, and Rail, you would know that this, based on your location and the size and shape, is most likely the spider caverns.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Spider Caverns.
I'm sorry, what?
The
It is
Spider
a spider.
Caverns.
So you would
Can I,
you would
can you
know
elaborate on that?
you would know Rail that for as long as the M'Baku have been in this village, there have been a series of caves to the north in the mountainsides where large spiders, wild animal spiders, they're just big, live, but they're not necessarily, you know, evil creatures. They're just wilderness. They're natural giant wild spiders that live in these caves that most people typically avoid. But these footprints in this path seems to lead directly into the mouth of one of them.
Yeah, what the DM just said. So, how do you, how do you, how does this adventuring contingent approach their problem? Are we gonna be stealthy, or are we gonna try to do some negotiating, or are we just gonna murder hobo our way through everything? I don't actually know what a
This
murder
game
hobo
is
is,
kind of
but my
small
mom
here.
used to say it all the time.
At that point, I would look over to Fingers and go, I think you're up.
You think I'm going in there? I can't see a damn thing.
Sparkles?
I cast light, or I ask him, hey, what you want me to cast light on? I'll light something up for you.
Oh, and I'll pull out my, well, I will, offer him my Shield of Aegis of Aelion.
Ah, then I
I'd be
will.
willing to settle for dark vision. I don't think we have that.
I, somebody,
I
we've
can
done
do
that
dark vision
before.
for
I was
you.
gonna say we've
I
done
can
that
do that
before.
for you. You want that?
I mean, I just have that.
You
I
guys
can
want to see in
cast
the
it.
dark?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to go in there stealthily, which is clearly not me,
You want that leg? You want to see in the dark?
I've got a
This is like the perfect analog to being a tunnel rat in Vietnam with your.
This
I
is
have the
exactly.
gun, I have the
Yep.
pistol. Now I have the flashlight, so to speak. So
Yep. That's exactly what I was
I
thinking.
mean,
I was thinking you put something in your mouth and then crawl through the cave.
I can
I
go.
point, I
I
point
can.
to Jin and I say, the last condition is I will only do it if you give me your bandana.
I rip it off my head and I pass it over. Continue.
I can turn into a spider and scout it out if you want.
So that's a thing that you were just told by another person.
wait. So we have a third person that can turn into animals because you two have done this before, as you recall.
Oh yeah. You know what I could also do is just clear the cave out with a nice big old fireball.
I mean, that's we don't. We
Bring
kind
up
of
the
want to understand.
flamethrower.
We do want to understand what it is that we're getting into in here.
you
So I
saying-
would.
Rail comes to a silent understanding about what a murder hobo is.
That's
Just clear the
phenomenal.
cave. Just clear it out.
Rail, so
Me-
you're saying you're one of those shapeshifters?
I mean, do they not have druids where you're from?
The city? No, not really.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
okay then.
Do we all want to go in like this?
Rail, I've only read about what you're doing, and like I've heard stories in taverns over the years, and I think one time I accidentally read a book, and there was something about a druid.
Accidentally read a book.
I see. Well, I mean, I guess this is a good opportunity. I can show you.
Yeah,
wait. Hold
like,
on. You two know how to turn into animals too. You've been giant fish. I don't. What is this? This isn't. This should be some kind
That's what I'm saying.
Why am
If
I
you
the one
guys
that's always got to remember what you two are able to do?
if you guys want to go in like this, we can all go in like this.
Sorry. What?
Do we all want to go in like this?
You mean like
I'll make
Spartacus?
you. Yeah, I'll make you into one too.
I don't know how I feel about that. I got
I start to reach my finger out like
Well, hold on.
I'm not touching you.
This is. You know what? It's not the weirdest thing that's happened to me in this group of.
As soon as you start to kind of relent on that, I just reach over and touch you on the forehead and turn you into a spider
okay, so
of
hold on.
the same size as
So Rail can turn into a spider. I can turn
As Rail.
myself or someone else into a spider. So can you, Jin, but who's gonna turn Wallace into a spider?
He just did.
I believe that's been done.
I turned him into the same size spider as Rail turned into.
So, okay.
I haven't
so
turned into a spider yet. I thought we were still talking.
Okay. Well,
Nope.
If
Wallace is a spider now.
Jin is a very act first, maybe think about it later.
I did think that Rail actually had already turned into a spider, but well, what's done is done.
what I'm saying is there's 4 bodies and we only have 3.
I had to go check a dog.
Transform someone.
Got it.
So maybe you give me dark vision and I can scout, and I can you turned Wallace and I can turn you, and Rail can turn himself, and then we're all pretty stealthy.
Yeah, cool. Touch myself on the forehead and turn myself into a
Well, the
spider.
thing is, it's concentration, right? If you're polymorphing,
Oh, is it? Is it polymorph concentration?
so that's why.
Okay. So then, that's that. So then, only Wallace is.
So
I could always just cancel the spell. I mean, that's fine.
and once you cast dark vision on me, then I'll turn you into a spider.
I will do so.
Wallace is skittering around having a small existential crisis. But I can't communicate this, so I'm just skittering around because I'm a goddamn spider.
So you have that's a huge wall of text, and it's really small font on my TV. You retain your own personality and intelligence, but you can't like you're still in a spider body, so it's not like you can communicate.
Yeah, you don't have vocal cords. You can make spider sounds.
So you're spider body, but Wallace mind.
Yes, that's typically how shapeshifting and polymorph works. You take on the you take on the physical characteristics of the thing you shifted into, but the mental characteristics of your person.
So Rail, you see Jin just
Is Steve back? I think he had to take care of his dog.
Yeah,
He's back.
Oh, okay, cool.
oh, so you saw that
He,
whole thing.
we set up all of our like kitchen table chairs to try to like barricade him into this room, but he thought he heard his mom come home, and he just got up and walked right through the fucking legs of the chair,
Chairs cannot stop me.
basically.
I am dog. Hear me roar.
So there's 3 spiders and a bard with dark vision to lurk about in the trees.
So what kind of spiders did you
hold
turn
on.
yourselves
Yeah,
into?
what kind of spider did you turn me into?
Also, of note, polymorph specifically calls out that the target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced with the statistics of the chosen beast.
Oh, polymorph. So polymorph is different than shapeshift.
Correct.
Oh.
Oh.
So
wait.
so you retain your alignment and personality, but like your intelligence score becomes the intelligence score of a spider, and your like wisdom score is the wisdom score of a spider.
I see.
Does
That's what I
polymorph
played it
Wallace
previously.
recognize as Legonor?
I mean, that's up to DM interpretation.
Say that again.
So Mike is now a spider, but with Wallace's good nature, good temperament, right?
Mike
It's
is
a
now
really chill spider.
a spider, but with Wallace's good nature, and temperament. Yes.
So would Spider Mike be able to recognize Legonor as Legonor? So if Legonor wanted to,
Yeah, I would argue that you would still know who your friends are.
okay. So I'm not dealing with a wild spider trying to be like, no, like come this way, fella, don't just skitter about.
Spell transfer transfer lasts for duration until statistics, mental ability scores. So mental ability scores is different from like your memory.
Yeah.
So you still retain your memories. You just
Okay.
for purposes of like save versus spell, wisdom save, you have the spider's wisdom. I think that's really the purpose of that.
What kind of spider did you turn me into?
That's the question. I want to know what kind of spiders everybody's looking at.
Oh yeah, like
You said these are giant spiders. Right? Oh, you turned them into like a little
dinner plate tarantula.
Oh.
So
So
like what I would
Wallace-
imagine is a large
a
spider.
turkey.
Wallace is a tarantula.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
look at Rail.
Freaking out
and
even
say,
more because I didn't realize I was gonna become so tiny.
I mean, I'll
What do you mean
yeah,
tiny?
I mean,
You're a
if
spider.
we're all doing the thing, like I'll wild shape into a giant spider, which is like much larger than a tarantula.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I am incredibly startled by this and like, oh, that's a big spider.
And as soon as he says that, I turn him into a giant spider.
Okay. Wallace is a little tiny spider.
Team Rail shapeshift. Like, oh, that's what it is. Thank you.
I will crawl onto rail.
That's exactly. I was gonna say I was gonna put a little clawed doohickey down by
And I have dark
where
vision.
Wallace is. Yes, I can't talk vision.
Okay, so how are you becoming a spider then?
He's not. He's
I'm
just
gonna-
gonna. He's
I'm
just
gonna
got
be
dark
very
vision.
stealthy with dark vision, and I can cast message to telepathically communicate.
I see.
So I'm
Okay.
thinking you take point and like maybe you know these caves, and I'll just kind of try to not be conspicuous in the back. That's exactly what I.
I'm gonna I mean, like, I guess it's up to Jim, but like I feel like as a druid and being the kind of kid that Rail is, he 1,000% has like turned into a spider and gone and like lived with the spiders for like a day. Like just like all of the different like animal like
Yeah,
collectives around the jungle. At one point or another, he's like gone and like shapeshifted into them and hung out with them.
yeah. I'm gonna allow that. I think that makes some
I
sense.
love it. So you can discuss,
Yeah, I
like,
suppose that's reasonable.
you can discuss like the leopard parliament versus like spider politics.
So just to make sure I understand everything, Wallace is a tarantula, Jin and Rail are giant spiders, and Leganor is Leganor.
Leganor is Leganor with dark vision.
With dark vision.
This is kind of cool. I'm looking like Leganor's looking at this as almost like a like, oh, I heard about this and this from the schools that I never got to go to because my parents really sucked. Yeah, this is a science experiment, right?
Dynamic lighting. Explorer
And by
mode.
parents sucking, it means they both died at a young age, and I was a street urchin.
I suppose it's natural to dislike them then in that case, as a defense mechanism.
Do spiders have dark vision?
Spiders have both dark vision and blind sight.
I, as a tarantula, just have dark vision.
Alright,
Also,
cool.
I have an intelligence of
the,
1, so I will not be
put the-
contributing anything to this conversation.
I put the giant spider monster sheet
In
into the
reality,
group chat
when
for you, Jim.
Yeah, I got it.
when I see
got it.
Wallace climb up onto whose back is it?
I crawled onto the old man's. I crawled onto Rail's spider
So
body.
I'm actually gonna lift you up and put you on top of my head because the two of them and I pick you up and I say, all right, Wallace, here's how it is. They're a spider riding another spider. Even I know that's absurd. So if at any point
That's just unfucking believable.
We've been very well grounded in reality for most of our adventure together, but this is where I draw the line.
I can suspend my disbelief no longer.
if our friends
Excuse me.
if our friends need to interact with these creepy crawlies in there, maybe you riding on the back of them while they're talking or doing spider stuff isn't the best idea. So why don't you just hang with me and we'll hang back. This is where you wave your petty pouch that you understand.
I start crawling around your head.
So if you ever get beyond the hat or the brim, I'd just start flicking your legs so you get the idea to go back up.
Okay. I start crawling around in a circle. I have the intelligence of an animal. I have an
You like
intelligence of
you
one.
like flick his leg and do enough damage that the spell ends.
No, he just pops up on your head.
This is non-lethal damage. This just a little flick the leg. So hopefully your animal brain realizes if you try to leave the brim at any point, there's pain. And if that doesn't work, I can just put you in a pouch and carry you with me. But
I continue crawling around the top of your head.
it
All right,
feels
I'm
weird.
gonna make my way in and start scoping it out.
All right,
I
cool.
follow.
I'm gonna go in and try to be all stealthy.
Sweet. Stand by. I'm just prepping something real quick.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Way to stealth there. Way to stealth, fingers.
That might be the highest roll I've ever seen.
Yeah, plus 13's kind of insane. You don't normally see things above 30.
My bard in my other game that I play has a plus 13 to charisma based thing.
Whew.
Very fun.
Wow.
So I believe this is what everything looks like, correct?
Hey, this dark vision spell is busted. Oh, I see. Way down here.
I want my spell slots back.
Oh, perfect.
So, what is my intelligence score as a giant spider? Let me just double check that.
Oh right,
Have it
you guys
open
are giant spiders. Sorry.
Mhm.
Your intelligence score is a hefty 2.
It is a 52. Okay, so I'm not too much smarter.
But you do have 11 wisdom apparently,
Wow. That's so,
right?
yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to communicate with Jin via message, and so I'll just quickly cast it and say, "Hey, you there, buddy?"
I yeah, I would probably just tap you with my leg, with whichever leg is closest to
Give me
you.
the gem rule on how to play out.
I think he just played out the way he said. He understands the message because it's telepathic,
Hmm.
and he still understands
Yeah,
English, common. And then he
Sure.
respond by tapping you with his legs. So he said.
yeah. Pretty simple question. Are you here? Yes, I can answer that one. Um, figure intelligence of 2 should be
And then I say to
doable
Jin,
with that.
maybe, maybe I should just climb on your back, and then we can ride in, and I can call myself the Spider-Man if we encounter any.
I will crouch down. Can a giant spider carry a humanoid?
I assume so. They're large. I believe monster type is monstrosity.
I
Well, I
suppose.
No,
I
mean,
mean,
large beast.
They're
Large
beast.
beast.
if you consider the fact that it would wrap up prey approximately of that size,
They're a large sized
be
beast.
able
I
to
think
carry
they would
that.
have no problem, especially since they're arachnids, which
Yeah, 14 strength.
yeah, I think you'd have no
maybe
issue
the
carrying you.
Spider-Man. So I'll say to Jin, it's like, no, I just wanted to know that you would do it, but I'll stay hidden in the shadows. Thank you.
Just kind of like shake my flanks, I suppose. Are they flanks? Or are they still a
Can I tell
abdomen?
Jin? Can I tell? I can tell them apart, right? I assume there's minor differences in
Um,
cosmetic appearances. And
yeah, like if you had just seen two spiders, you wouldn't know which was which. But since you saw them turn into each other, they have different enough markings that you can keep track of who's who.
okay, so I'm just kind of
I,
gonna
I
wait.
like to imagine wild shape kind of like how when druids change shape in WoW,
Yeah,
there's like distinctive, if like you're a Tauren, you have like horns and
you're a
stuff.
cat with
So like
horns. Yeah,
so like the like part of the hair on my spider is red.
and part of the carapace on Jin Spider has like dragon scales in different
I like it.
patches.
Oh,
All right. With that, then I
And
look to
and
Rail.
and and the tarantula is uncharacteristically smooth on the top of it.
Rail's just like, oh no, Red.
Yeah.
He had a dust up with a safety razor. With that, I'm gonna look to Rail and just kind of motion like, lead on. You know this area.
Oh yeah, I've been going. Uh,
do,
I
do you guys have control over just your spider token? I have your actual character tokens in the bottom left corner, but there's also spider tokens you should have control over. Is that
I
accurate?
do have control, yes.
All right, so just leave your character
I'll tell
tokens.
I'll tell you in like 10 seconds when it registers that I'm moving
Leave
it
your
back.
leave your character tokens alone. Those of you who are shapeshifted, and just use your spider token.
Can giant
Yay.
spiders climb on walls and surfaces?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have climbing speed.
So when you arrive to that point, you notice a swarm of spiders off to the left, which seem to ignore the three spiders. But
Be very stealthy. Remember,
I thought you were riding on top of him.
no.
He's
Okay.
behind.
Oh,
He
I'm over
decided
here.
not to climb on.
If I need to roll a new stealth check, I will. But I thought I was stealthy this whole time.
yeah, no, you are currently hidden at the moment.
Oh, that's Mike's turn. Okay.
Yeah, Mike is the little tarantula.
I'm the tiny one.
I'm just saying you notice these swarm of spiders who don't seem to care about the large spiders or the tarantula, and haven't noticed you, Legonor.
So then I'm gonna kind of hug the wall, but also being careful not to brush up against webs and make it obvious that
It's
if I
very difficult to avoid all the webbing, but you do manage to not set off any sort of tripwire vibrations.
is this like Catherine Zeta-Jones and his movement?
Yeah, almost. Not quite as sexy, but the same kind of movement.
Touche. Then I will blind yoga my way through
Cool.
many of the webs as I can.
This is cool. You guys are found a creative a creative way through this today's adventure.
Um, yeah, so I assume, as we've established, I've like hung out with these spiders as a spider before, so maybe they recognize me. I don't know if I don't know if I can like communicate with them or not. That's up to you. But assuming that they are chill with me and the people that I'm with, I would just kind of like make my way through and explore the caves and look for
So
any.
as a druid, you have speak with beasts, right?
Yeah, but I'm not the druid circle that can cast spells while I'm shapeshifting.
Gotcha. So as a result, um, would you have just the knowledge of spider language fluently without the spell cast? Probably not. You would know how to not make chittery noises to stick out, but you wouldn't necessarily be
Right,
able to like, "Hey Jeff, good to see you again." Water cooler spider
right.
chat. So you're capable of not making noises such that you would stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, like
Jin,
I'm not.
Jin,
I'm
however,
good
does
at.
not have this capability.
Right.
Just FYI.
Yeah. Um. I want to do my best to like convey to the spiders that just like, yeah, like new guys with me, don't worry, he's cool.
New guy who? Just the other spider with the dragon scales, you mean?
Yeah, the other spiders.
Yeah, so I don't know that you're quite capable of conveying like any sort of discernible message like that, but certainly from a behavioral standpoint, you can behave appropriately enough to blend in.
Right.
But anyway, this small swarm of spiders doesn't seem to care about you.
That's right. I'm just reading through Wild Shape to see if it like calls out specifically whether or not I can communicate. God, Wild Shape is really long. I don't think I've ever read all the text on it.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it there.
Where are y'all going?
I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah,
True.
I'm just kind of going around. Sorry, I'm not. I know I'm not good at like moving around on the map, but it's very laggy.
Noted.
It's like
I would be following him there. So I don't know.
I'm
All right.
following them while keeping an eye on the screen to make sure they don't notice me.
You're just remaining stealthed.
Yep.
Question. You got a tarantula on your head, and you're stealthed. I guess the tarantula is small enough that it shouldn't affect your stealth. And it is a
So
spider.
what?
It is a spider in a spider cave. It's not like you're invisible. You're just being unobtuse. So that's fine. I'll allow that.
You?
so here's the thing. When I wild shape, I maintain concentration on any spells that I had already cast. Can I have like cast talk talk to animals
Yeah, I think you
before
would
I
have.
shape
I
shifted?
think you would have had the wherewithal to do that as a druid who's been in the spider
Yeah,
caves before.
yeah, and just like being a 10th level druid and knowing that, like Steve is reading wild shape for the first time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rail has spent 50 years wild shaping.
Yeah, I'm totally cool about that kind of retcon stuff. That makes sense. Sure. So yeah, you can definitely just freely communicate with these spiders.
Yeah, so I'll just be like, hey, hi, spider sirs, it's me. I'm just here. I've got some friends with me. They're cool. I'm just kind of showing them the ropes of
So
being a spider.
so now that you're actually communicating,
Webs.
um,
Showing them the
yeah,
webs.
showing them the
Yeah, I'm
webs.
just showing them the
Nice.
webs.
This giant spider says, um, which catches you off guard, because in your experience, the spiders are basically like, am spider, eat, pray, hungry, yum.
Right.
But instead, he's like, um, he basically says, don't recognize, present yourself to queen.
Is he saying like he doesn't recognize me, or
Yeah, yeah,
and
like you're new, go bring yourself to the queen. Is basically what he's saying in Spider.
oh, and I'm just like, oh no, it's me, it's Rail the spider. I've been around before. If you remember, like 20 years ago, I helped with the great bird incident where everyone was getting attacked by birds, and I helped
uh,
negotiate a peace treaty with the bird.
so roll, roll persuasion.
Some spiders have a lifespan of 20 years. Okay.
Roll persuasion with your spider mental.
Wow,
No, he's
Oh
he's
God.
I wouldn't be privy to any of this, right? Because it's all happening in Spider.
Oh yeah, if you're wild shape, you have your mental, right?
yes.
Yeah. So roll persuasion.
Yeah. So
What
I
did you
just get to
say?
make a
What did you
regular
say, Jeff?
This is all between.
This is all like all you hear is.
This is all in chitter.
So
Yeah,
while
like
it's happening,
there's a lot of chittering. There's a lot of like how bees like have to like move around in patterns.
In the dance.
At one point, I do a little jump and a barrel roll.
so while this is happening, I'll send a message to Rail and say, "What's going on? Are you two talking?"
Yeah, and I'll reply and I'll say, "Yeah, I'm trying to tell them that you guys are cool, but he's saying that he hasn't seen me before, which is weird because I totally helped them like 20 years ago or something like that." Okay, so
Can I remain stealth and try to
uh,
cast bardic inspiration on Steve while he's trying to convince the spiders? Or is that like
I mean, I already made the roll. It's a bit late.
So verbal and somatic spell components will break stealth.
Yeah, bardic
Yeah, but
inspiration
So
isn't a
I
spell.
think even casting message would have broken stealth because you have to point your finger.
so I can't be like this, like right in front of me, but
I mean, you're
still
casting
like
it. You're not just pointing at someone. Like you're casting a spell with a verbal and somatic component, right?
oh, true. All right, then I can we retcon that I'm not going to cast message then because I'm not trying to break stealth in here. I'll just
Sure. So none of what you said to Steve happened.
okay. I've been I always forget to use bardic inspiration on this character, and I'm determined.
Anyway, your persuasion. Okay, so he says, I remember Rail. Not been here a long time. Things changed. Present to Queen.
Oh, what's changed?
Uh, present to Queen. Present to Queen.
Okay.
New masters, new rules. And he starts like,
Oh.
and he's getting aggressive, like an aggressive
Um.
stance. Like, you better listen. You get the sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not here to. I'm not here to cause any. Political turmoil amongst the spider folk. Um. I don't really have a way to communicate this to the party, do I? So I can't really cast message.
Right. You could respond. I think due to the nature of the cast message spell, all you would have access to would be to respond to a message that were cast on you,
Right.
which has not happened through the retcon.
Um. Can I like make like can I make like a cat's cradle of webs to like spell out a phrase or a word.
Yeah, you should have the ability to do that.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
I think that
Um,
deserves inspiration.
and I'll like, you know, like you see me like I start to follow this guy, and I kind of like look back at the party, I look at the guy, and I shoot some web out of my butt, and then like grab it and kind of like cat's cradle it with like four of my spider legs, and like make it say like new management going to meet queen or something like that.
All right, so yeah, so you start spewing out web out your butt and forming it into the shape of some letters. And while you do that, this guy who was insistent that you go present yourself to the queen, now watching you respond by standing still and spewing a bunch of web, um, starts tugging on some webbing, and you hear a growing, echoing, chittering noise start to emanate in crescendo throughout the cavern, and these spiders begin moving toward you aggressively.
And I'll say, whoa, whoa, whoa! There's no need to, you know, be hasty here. I was just communicating to my friends what was going on.
To which he doesn't really understand why you wouldn't just speak to them in spider.
Oh, they're spiders from the south. The dialect is a little
Roll a persuasion again.
different. A 13.
Yeah, he's not buying it.
I mean,
So he's like, "Your behavior weird. You're not going to queen. You must be outsiders." And he's shaking the webs, and the chittering is growing louder and louder. And it is now time to roll for initiative.
Now, do I roll initiative too?
Anyone who
Is it?
is in this area and currently visible and attempting to proceed with combat.
Okay. I was just wondering if they knew that I was not just some random
Well, he
lady.
he said that these are my
Okay, he's
buddies.
with me.
Yeah, he kind of threw you under the spider bus.
you need to put up the initiative table.
Ah, I hate that.
Why is my initiative bonus 1.12?
It does a dex tiebreaker, so the 1-2 is your dex score.
Hey, look at that! I got the same thing twice.
Okay.
That way, if two people roll the same initiative, you get the dex tiebreaker, so it knows who goes first.
Oh, that's new. That's cute.
I think it's just a roll 20 feature. I don't know if it's a 5e feature. It's like an optional ruling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm
right.
having trouble changing my initiative to what I
I
roll.
oh, because there's like you're on there twice. I didn't clear the original turns. I'm the worst. I will I
You're
will
fine.
clean this all up. Leganor, you should have a 23. Wallace, you should have a 16. Jin, you should have an 11. Rail, you have your 10, 12. So that Wallace goes away. That Jin.
No, that was me.
Oh, that Wallace should have stayed then. That should be 16. That Anubin goes away. That Jin goes away. That Leganor goes away. That Wallace goes away.
Why do you, Mer?
Huh?
Why do you? So right now I only see the two spiders in the turn order.
Really?
Yes.
This is so annoying. If you could all please just re-roll initiative. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
Yeah, it currently says there's no tokens on the page.
Yeah, I deleted all of them at that point. Once there was a discrepancy.
You can change your own initiative, by the way.
Yeah, you can just edit it to what it's supposed to be.
keystrokes are not registering. I don't know if it's because I'm in dark mode or
I don't
you
know.
know.
I'm in dark mode. I'm alright.
I will fix it.
I'm gonna wreck it. Felix. What is Felix's punchline?
I can fix it.
I can fix it.
Alright, descending. Legador! You are currently stealthed.
Um, hmm. I'm gonna draw my pistols and first wait to see what they do rather than give us all away.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ready action, stay hidden, or held action.
What are you holding?
Um,
And what's the trigger?
it, when all the other spiders come, I'm going to start taking pot shots at the. I assume this guy. That's the sentry.
That's the one that was talking to Rail.
Okay.
Not. Well, yeah.
Like I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, do I? Normally I can just start firing, but I don't know what's happening. Like, did I see? Do I hear the chittering and?
You
And
hear you know he's been chittering back and forth like clicking clickety clackety talking, and then in response to whatever he was doing, the sentry spider or whatever you're calling him got really animated, started shaking on the webs, and then that clickety clackety chittery noise started to you started to hear many versions of it echoing throughout all the halls and caverns of the cave. And then these guys took an aggressive stance and you rolled initiative.
um. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on.
Cast Dissonant Whispers. Okay, so you break stealth. One creature of your choice within range must make a Wisdom saving throw. Wait, why is it? Character sheet. What's your DC? 15? He saves. On a failed
8
save,
damage. Half damage.
on a successful save, half as much damage and doesn't have to move. Alright, so he takes 8 psychic damage.
But at the very least, it wasn't a gunshot in a cave underground.
True. You still become visible. And technically, I don't think you can occupy that space. Oh, no, you can, because you're of a size different, right? Is that true, Mike? I know, small can occupy a space of medium. Can medium occupy the space of a large?
I'm not sure.
I'm happy to back up one because, like, if you want me to stand here, I can still hit him.
Yeah, that's fine. It's also it's primarily just so I can see where everybody is.
Yeah.
Also, because your tokens are all the same color, I'm just doing this so I can identify who's who. So, like, that's Rail, and that is Jin. The red and the green dot. All right. Anything else for you, Leganor?
Nope.
Very good. The big bad spidery guy steps up after shaking the thingies and is going to bite at Rail Spider. I think that's Rail Spider. Just want to verify that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what your spider AC is. It would just be the natural armor of spider, right? 14?
It is a 14.
Alright. So his bite will hit, dealing 6 piercing and 9 poison damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Fucking nice.
Um,
Happy here.
so you take the poison damage. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, the con save is to see whether you take all or half of the poison damage.
Right.
So that occurs. Then this swarm of spiders over here approaches you as well. Bum, 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 bum. And bites at you. The 16 will hit. Sheesh. Just the 13, not the 7, because the crit is not real.
Right.
And so you have giant spider HP right now, right?
Correct.
So you've taken, what, 15 and 13?
Yeah.
I believe that breaks your wild shape.
Yeah, it does. And then I take 2. Go roll over.
Cool. So I'm just going to delete that and put you here.
You deleted the wrong one, I think.
I sure did.
Wow. Hey, we got him.
Sorry about that. So that should be correct now, yeah?
Yeah.
And then this spider, seeing a humanoid, will charge at you as well. And he will also bite at you now in your normal form. And I assume the 11 does not hit.
No.
Cool.
Why did his spider dragon come back?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I don't know. I deleted it. Stop moving it.
I didn't
And
touch anything.
Weird.
that was very strange.
As established, I'm interacting with the map on Roll20 the least amount possible.
There.
What? Why can't I grab? Oh, because you're on the wrong layer. That's why. Dun-dun.
Also, Jim, I DM'd you on Discord about a couple of magic items.
Oh,
You have a second?
on Discord.
As promised, it was. I did so before we got to combat.
Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. It's all yours.
Okay, cool.
All right, back
Which
to.
which version of the weapon?
Oh, I
Plus
didn't.
1 or plus 2?
I didn't see there were multiple, but I'll give you the 2 since it's just the one item.
Okay.
Because these guys all have like multiple stuff.
Oh no, I put 2 items there.
I didn't see that.
The first one is just a cloak of magic resist, and then I also asked about the
Oh,
sling that I
oh, oh.
linked because it's a Tasha's item.
I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, then +1 on the wondrous,
Yeah.
and then the cloak as well is fine.
All right, cool.
That'll be fine. Back to what I was doing. Okay, sorry.
You have a lot going on.
Yeah. So Wallace, that would be your turn now.
I continue to crawl around Legonor's hat, because why wouldn't I?
Okay. That's it.
I'm a spider with an intelligence of 1. I don't know any better.
So wait, who's concentrating on your polymorph? Jin, right?
And
Okay. Boom. You can also break a concentration spell at will, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
curious.
anybody
Just
can.
curious about the mechanics. All right, Jin, it's your turn.
All right. So, so on seeing them get attacked, I and being revealed as himself, I'm going to remain as a spider for as long as I can. So I'm going to skitter up onto the wall,
Sure.
kind of like, I guess over like this way-ish. And then I'm going to drop down over here. Do I have enough movement for that? Yeah, I'm sure I do, right? Does climbing on a wall count any different because I'm a spider?
So giant spiders have both speed and climb of 30 feet. Um, so
Yeah.
you can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without having to make any sort of ability check.
Cool beans.
And you're not slowed
Yeah,
by
didn't go
webs.
far.
Why does that keep coming back?
Mhm.
That is super frustrating.
Weird.
And I will.
So you would have to not be in the same space as the other large creature, though.
I would kind of be like on the wall there. I don't know if you'd like me to move it, I guess, over. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
Okay.
I will bite. Bitey, bite, bite.
And you're biting the large spider?
The large spider, yes.
Okay, cool. Go
I don't.
ahead.
How would I roll that actually? Um,
That is a fair question. You'd have to like,
no, I can't
yeah.
do
All
that.
right, no worries. I'll just roll it for you because it would just be the
Yeah, that's
it would
fair.
just be the giant spider's bite.
Yes.
So that's your bite, which is a 20, which will hit.
And my attach.
I think I have to click. Can you? You can't
And
click attack, can you? I have to click it.
no, it
Yeah.
gives me that.
No worries. Um,
Cool. Thank you.
so it's gotta do. It doesn't have immunities, so it can take the poison damage. So it's got to do a DC con save, which it passes, so it takes 13 damage. Cool. Successful hit.
Cool. I use my movement. I'm gonna maintain concentration for now
Okay.
until I get knocked out.
Rail, you're up. I'm sorry about this token. I don't know why it keeps coming back.
That is
Yeah.
so weird.
I don't get it. Golly, well, this sure is a bit of a predicament that I've gotten into. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step the fuck away. Um, so I like go to take a step back, and by the time the step is completed, I am back the fuck like over here.
Cool. There's no opportunity. That's the whole point. So you just kind of freely disengage to that position.
Yeah.
Very good. That was a bonus action.
Yep. And then with my action, I'll cast a cantrip. I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip.
All right.
Token is persistent.
I even changed. I thought maybe because it was still attached to Rail's character, and it is. But like I changed, like make it a generic token.
Move it off the. Put it on the map. Put it on the DM layer.
Yeah, I can do that too. Save settings. Layer. GM layer. And if I go into the GM layer and move
Yeah, we
it
can't see it anymore.
over
Wow.
here.
Yeah. So, I don't have the weapon baked into the sheet yet, so there's a +1 to the attack and damage roll of this. 11 to hit.
I said 12 because of the +1. Yeah.
Yeah, so 12.
12.
A whopping 2.
Yikes. And that is against the giant spider.
Yeah.
So that'll miss.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
Just kind of trying to get over here out of
Yeah,
the
that's
way.
fair.
Is
Leganor.
this another spider behind me?
This is a swarm of spiders that previously was ignoring you, but is no longer ignoring the party.
Well,
It
shit.
it hadn't yet it had not progressed against Leganor, but now that you've appeared, it's clearly like they see you.
Yeah. I mean, I just stepped out of like
Yeah, I get you.
fucking bend in space. So
Yeah. Jeff, you're up.
All right, so I can't resist the opportunity. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the giant spider.
This is so frustrating.
How did it come back?
It didn't even come back in the same position. Like, I moved it elsewhere.
That is so weird.
Alright, so you cast Vicious Mockery on who? The giant spider?
Giant spider, and I'm gonna shout, "Rail on someone else."
And it's a
Ah,
DC.
ah, ah, ah.
DC 15 Wisdom save. It fails and takes
Mocked.
4 mocking damage.
And disadvantage on its next attack.
And has disadvantage on its next attack. It looks pretty gross. There's black ichor pouring out of several severed limbs, and the insults seem to put cracks in the head part of the carapace. This is so annoying! Wallace, you're up. Get out!
It's almost like one of those toys that you have for a cat where you dangle the thing and it.
I'm actually I'm not even watching it like poof back into existence. I'm watching it literally drag back to where it's where I put it. Like
Wow.
like there's another DM dragging tokens.
That is so weird.
It just did it again.
I continue to crawl on the hat because I'm a spider that doesn't know
So
any better.
fucking annoying. All right. Jin.
so here's
I'm a
a
tarantula.
weird thing. It might be moving when I'm like doing things on my character sheet, because you tied me having control of it.
Yeah, but I have since I have since edited that token to not represent your character and not give you control of it, and then deleted it from the game, and then it
Right.
comes back.
Right, and then like just now you like moved it, and I opened my character sheet and it moved back.
That's so weird.
I'm gonna
his
refresh.
latency is causing the problems that he's saying.
Okay, well at least it's not.
Way to deal with this
At least
problem.
it's not Gremlins.
I mean, it could be that too.
All right.
No
Anyway,
that option.
Jin, you're up.
Okay. So Rail is visible, correct? He is.
Mm-hmm.
He is Rail.
He is Rail, although you can't see. You don't have line of sight of him at the moment.
Sure, that's fair. But I know that he's Rail.
Yeah, that much you
yeah,
saw.
as I move back, I'll say, I guess the proverbial jig is up, gentlemen.
Yeah, and at that point, I drop concentration, and then that way, Wallace can turn back. I will attack one more time as a spider. Doesn't want to bite there. I'm basically using it as a pool of temp hit points. You can roll that for me, Jim.
Yeah, 1 second. So you drop concentration. Wallace poofs back into Wallace shape on top of Legonor's hat. So I need Wallace to roll Dex, and I need Legonor to roll Strength.
How did that happen? How did he?
You just broke concentration.
No, I didn't.
No, Jin broke
I did.
concentration. Jin was concentrating on the polymorph.
And he got attacked.
No, he just chose at will. He just ended the
Nope.
spell.
I chose to drop it, but he was on your head.
So I need Legonor to make a Strength save.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
All right, so you are both knocked prone.
Oh.
You couldn't withstand the weight of the tank appearing on top of your head, and Mike couldn't get his footing as he landed atop your head. And then Jin, you said that you attacked. You did a bite.
Yep, just a bite.
All right, you crit,
Where's the bite?
and you.
Wow.
Oh, come on, fail that DC save.
It had one
I don't
health.
think it matters.
It had 1 health.
Oh, it's of course he crits when it
Yeah.
is whatever.
Oh, go figure.
So
I just pop it.
you obliterate that spider. Well done.
And I oh wait,
We're on the
I'm not
ground with
okay.
my
Yeah.
dog
Oh, who's a pug pupper?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, Bubba.
Say I have back problems, and I'm a huge pain in everyone's ass.
All right. So which is which now? Do I? These are all enemies, correct?
um, there are no party members as spiders anymore,
Right. Okay.
except you.
Well, no. Yeah.
Then I will kind of crawl. Come on. Oh, I see what's going on here. Like kind of across the ceiling, back to over here.
You can. That will provoke an opportunity attack from the swarm.
That's fine.
So they are going to bite at you. 18 will hit your armored spider body, and you will receive 13 piercing damage to your spider form.
And yeah, okay, that's fine because I don't plan on being here anymore much longer. So that's also a lot of damage. Pretty spider swarm.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding
Yeah.
Did it come back?
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally tied to my character sheet because I just opened my character sheet after the reset.
Right, but I've now changed who it represents
Fascinating.
to represent a different
Yeah.
creature altogether.
Yeah, totally. I believe you, and I would do the same thing.
All
Right? Yeah.
right, we'll
I have
see.
no idea why this
No.
is.
We'll see what happens now. I didn't even delete it now. I just moved it on the other side of dynamic lighting.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. Nope, it wants to be there. It just wants to be there.
Yep, I moved from my spell list back to the core of my character sheet.
This is so annoying.
So weird.
Okay, so what just happened? That was Jin's turn. Jin turn over?
Yep, I just moved to here.
Cool.
Nothing else for me to do.
Rails up.
Great. I apologize if it shows up again, but I have to
It already
navigate to the spell
did.
list. I have to navigate to my spell list to use the spells.
It's all
I would
it's all
record
good.
this as a bug to submit to Roll20. That's fascinating.
It's all gravy.
Okay. I have a question about spike growth in a cave. If I wanted to spike growth, which is a 20-foot radius cube, in the cave, can I also spike growth like the walls and the ceiling, knowing that we're fighting against a bunch of spiders?
Yes, but you would. So it's a 20-foot radius, which means it's a circle. Um, and the spell says the ground, but since it's a cave, you could wrap the ground around the tunnel. So, for example, if I were to draw a circle here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 4. Of course, the turn order thing is in the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's the size of the circle. So let's say I put that circle here, then that would wrap, like, I could wrap this part of the circle around up the wall and
Yeah.
around onto the ceiling and make like a taco shell shape
Right.
with the spell
So
area. So yes.
So I want to cast spike growth at this choke point over here.
So like this, so that it basically creates a tube of spike growth.
That's the idea, because if like more dudes are coming from that way, because that's the way that he was leading me to like
Yep,
go to the queen, right?
that is
Yeah.
correct.
So like, yeah. So, um, I like pull out my like cool glowy sickle that you guys have may not have seen yet, and say some druid shit and kind of touch the ground, and up around there all of the like rocks and the edges of the wall and the ceiling and everything all just like kind of break and become super jagged and not fun to walk on looking.
Fun.
Cool.
um and then I apologize, I was dealing with dog things and didn't pay attention. Did anybody take any damage?
Um,
I took 13, but it's my
Jin,
spider
yeah,
body.
Jin's spider body took some, but none of the humanoids have been hurt.
Okay, so everyone's kind of vibing
Uh huh.
right. Great.
All right, cool. So
um
yeah, the basically that part of the cave is a tunnel, with roughly a cylinder 10-ish feet wide in diameter. So that
yeah,
entire cylinder and the area on either end of it is all spike growthed
right.
in 3 dimensions.
Yeah. And I'll say they'll either take a lot of damage coming here, or they'll have to find another way. Either way, it buys us time. And I'll just kind of stay close to the group.
Cool. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Very good. Leganor, you're up.
Before he does that,
Before
I
Leganor
want
does
to
that.
I want to know if I can use my reaction to switch places with Rail so that I'm standing and he's on the ground.
Whew, interesting. You can expend one superiority die and switch places with that creature, provided you spend at least 5 feet of movement and the creature is willing and isn't incapacitated.
I
Doesn't
still got to
provoke
be willing.
opportunity attacks. Um, so Wallace attempts to grab onto your pants and pull himself up by pulling you to the ground rail. Do you allow that to occur?
I'll just kind of like look. I'll like look down at you and just be like confused for a moment, but also you're a cool adventurer who I've just met, and I'm naive to the ways of the world and blindly trust, so I let it happen.
All right. So that occurs. You guys switch places. Rail, you are thrown to the ground, and in doing so, um, Wallace uses his reaction to pick himself up off the ground, and has oh, so who gets the AC? You or Rail?
You can choose based on the way that
Oh, I
sounds,
get to
right?
pick. I was thinking it was be him.
Yeah, your choice.
Oh my god, I can give myself 8 more AC. That's just broken.
Yeah, till the start of your next turn, which is literally after Leganor.
That's
Oh,
how
it's
that's,
pointless
that's
then.
how my
Yeah.
bard tank works. It's great.
I mean, I'll give it to him, but it's literally going to be the end of my turn,
Alright.
right? So.
Yeah, that's fine. So for the next couple seconds, you have +8 AC. Rail.
Cool.
If that somehow
Wow.
becomes relevant.
That's ridiculous.
I feel like nothing can hit me.
While I'm on the ground.
Leganor, you're up.
Okay. So
You're
I'm just trying to
still
think
you're
this
still
whole
prone.
time. First, I'm gonna pick myself back. So I have 15 feet of movement left,
Accurate.
and I can move right. I can move here.
Sorry, I don't know. Where are you pinging?
Right there.
Yeah, you can exist there.
Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can still see that. So that giant spider is trying. He's the one who's trying to emerge from the tunnel, like he was coming in. That we can see.
Yeah, he's pointing towards you. He's now kind of trapped by a bunch of spikes. Well, not trapped is the wrong word. He's surrounded by spikes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to choke the choke point with another hissing whispers.
Choke the choke. That's a
Oh,
DC.
if you force him to move on the spike grid, he takes damage.
That's true. So that's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Choke the choke. Does that mean Darth Vader's doing like a force choke, but then with the other hand at the same time? Can you dual wield force choke? Is that a thing?
Ty goes to the defender, so I believe he saves.
Boo, but yes.
Uh,
DC 15 sucks.
Yep.
so that means he takes
I mean, roll the 15, so.
half the damage, but isn't moved. Right?
So 9. Yep.
Okay. That occurs. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Very good. Wallace.
So, kind of thrown off, like, spider, Jin, roll over, kind of see Rail, looks like he's been hurt, and kind of reacts to just sort of like knock him down and get up and be like, what? Wow, was you? Ugh. And I'll move over and start attacking this thing.
You start swatting at a swarm of spiders.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I will. It's, you know what? No, we're going to. I take that back. Where we have enough space in here. So the the feature of Black Claw lets me enlarge it or me or both, or like one of each.
So the weapons feature allows you to use charges to simply enlarge it. But
Okay.
you also can use charges to just cast the spell reduce enlarge, which can be cast on a target, like a person.
I'll be right back. Can stay in with it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. All right. No, I'll just swing at this thing twice. As a maul, yeah, changes shape.
The 24 will hit, dealing some damage. Because it's a cloud swarm of spiders, obviously your impact doesn't hit all of them at once, but you do, scatter the swarm a bit and squish a few of the bugs. The 19 also hits, and more bugs are squished.
Yeah, I'll just keep squishing bugs.
Okay.
Like, what happened? Why are we spider dead?
I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I hate spiders.
Somebody explain what the heck's happening.
Be Babbage Charles' worst nightmare. Jin, you're up.
Okie dokie. How does the swarm of spiders look?
Scattered. Maybe half of the original spiders are still around. Slightly less.
Okay. So then,
Sorry,
Okay.
we're talking about this swarm over here that Wallace was fighting?
Negatory. This one here.
Oh, that swarm looks totally fine. Like a big swarm of spiders.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So then I will move slightly closer. Wait, hang on. Do I have to move closer?
Yeah, you only have 5-foot reach.
No, I do not. Actually, I changed my mind. I do not want to move any closer because I am going to use the web attack.
The web. All right. The web.
Oh, connect.
+5 to hit.
So, you cast web on a swarm of spiders,
Yes, that's why I guess.
which
Yeah.
which ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing.
That's
So it is not restrained, but
Mhm.
and it doesn't take any damage, right? Yeah.
That did a whole lot of nothing.
The only thing that you could do, yeah, no, yep,
Light
yeah,
it on fire. Yeah.
yeah. So there's a bunch of web there, but the spiders seem to love it. They're like, yeah, please don't throw me in that briar patch.
I'm no good at being a spider. Click my, I click my, yeah, exactly. And then I wiggle my thorax, abdomen, whatever, at Leganor.
Phenomenal. I love this. I love this so much.
I use my reaction to give him a swift kick in the abdomen.
Okay, your reaction is consumed. Steve, you're up.
It's alright, because I'm up next.
So you just watched a giant spider try to restrain a swarm of spiders with web, and the swarm of spiders is like, "Yeah, give me the web." I love
It
it.
didn't work.
And then something happened between the large spider and
Yeah, and then Leganor kicked him.
Leonor.
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Did you catch what happened, or were your earbuds out?
No, my earbuds are out.
Oh, okay. So,
My attempt to get him to not run to Kim when he got home failed spectacularly.
no problem.
I was holding him, and as soon as she came in the door, he just got up and ran to her.
So, no worries. So, Mike squashed a bunch of spiders with a big hammer, and then Jin tried to restrain spiders with spider web spectacularly ineffectively,
Mm-hmm.
and then he shook his butt at Leganor, and Leganor kicked it, and now it's your turn.
Great. Um,
So you're currently prone.
Yeah, so we've got Spider Swarm right in front of me. Spider Swarm in the back. Big spider over here.
So this is a spider swarm. This is just a different kind of larger spider.
Oh, okay.
Not a giant spider, just a different kind of big
Alright.
spider.
How's this swarm of spiders looking?
That swarm is missing a little more than half of the original spiders.
Okay. Then I'm going to I'm just gonna keep it simple. Just gonna nice and easy. I'm gonna use Firebolt at it.
Are you picking yourself up from prone or no?
Yeah, I'll get up from prone, kind of look around and go, oh, okay. I'll use the spell that my mom taught me, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Sweet. At the sorry, at whom?
Oh, at the one that's Wallace is attacking.
The swarm?
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's a. Sorry, go.
Yeah, so that's fine. You the 27 definitely hits, and
Yeah, so it's a +1, so it's a 28 to hit and it's 16 damage. Sorry,
Got it.
I didn't get a chance to work on that.
totally fine.
Modifier,
That swarm of spiders is engulfed in flames. You hear little crackling and popping sounds, and there are no more spiders in the immediate vicinity there.
I sit down, old man.
Yeah. And then I'll look around and I'll see like no one's hurt still. We're all just hanging out.
Accurate.
All right. Then that's my turn. I'm gonna just kind of stay where I can see everything and kind of see what's going on.
Cool. Leganor.
Um,
Oh wait, did I
at
lose?
this point,
I lost the monster turn because I deleted the token that I used
Oh, no.
to generate the monster turn. So the monsters need to go. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. But that's okay because Leganor goes before the monsters anyway, so we're still okay.
has there been a fair amount of clamor and noise from what we're doing at this point?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull out my bow, and as much as I want to go dually steampunks I'm sitting there going, I should save these shots for when they come. And so I'm gonna attack once again. Giant spider over here. Except I'm gonna throw in um, a mobile blade flourish, which is this effect.
Oh.
So I get 2 attacks, and does it hit?
Sorry, I was on the wrong screen there.
18 should hit, yes.
The 18 will hit, correct?
Okay, so
Who is your target, by the way?
the giant spider that I cast on before.
This one over here.
Yes.
Cool.
Civic inspiration. 8.
So that 13. It's 13 piercing damage.
Yeah, but there's more to. I'm buying new dice after this game.
We used up all the good rolls on the investigations and searchings to get here.
So it deals 1 extra damage and it moves at 6 feet. Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah,
6 feet in which direction?
backwards from away from us, back further in.
Perfect.
And then
So then it takes 2d4 damage as a result.
From Briar Patch, I'm assuming. Yeah. That'll make sense for it.
That kills it. So you fire with such precision impact, such as to move its body back a few feet, and its carapace gets impaled on one of the rock spikes, and it bleeds out black ichor and collapses into a husk of chitin.
All right, and then seeing as there's no other spiders visible in that tunnel yet, I'm gonna take a pot shot.
Very good. 15 will hit
For 7.
for 7. Very good.
And it's my turn.
That is your turn. This shouldn't say rail. Why does? Of course it says rail and not monsters, because it was the token that. Oh my good god, this is so annoying. So the rail turn is the monster turn. Steve's guy is Steve's turn.
You're the only one that can see the names.
All right, perfect. As long as I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez Louise. So this spider is going to skitter up around the walls and land. It'll stop here, and it's going to bite down at Leganor, failing miserably.
Oh wow.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Double one. Damn.
The swarm is going to attempt to surround the giant spider, and it will bite, failing as well. What's the movement on the swarm? That's weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's why. That'll move there. So, spike growth is difficult terrain, which they ignore, but they would still take the piercing damage from the spikes?
Yeah.
That's how
I think.
I would interpret it, but obviously you're the GM.
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense. And it's 2d4 per what?
I'm just gonna link it for you. Every 5 feet.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, spike growth is no joke.
Pretty nifty. But not his concentration. Still, it's a nasty.
And what's the damage type on spike growth? Piercing?
Yeah.
I would assume. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
2d4 piercing.
Alright, so that does that, and that
It's a lot of ones.
does that.
Yeah, seriously.
That's alright.
So you see two more
Averaging out, actually.
cloudy swarms of spiders start to emerge through the spikes. I don't know why they would take any damage from them, but mechanically I suppose they're supposed to. Another swarm spreads out from the tunnel to the south.
Oh, south.
Uh,
Oh, that one? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
20, 30, 40, 25, 35, 40.
It's getting hairy.
These two big spiders are slowly squeezing their way through that tunnel there. Five, 10, 15, 20.
Gentlemen, I have to step away for a moment. Gotta go check on the kid there. My next move is to be to wiggle at Leganor and I guess bite if there's another swarm close to me.
Okay. That thing doesn't exist. I think that's everybody. I totally missed what Zach just said was his turn.
He's gonna wiggle at me and then bite at a swarm if it's within range.
Got it. So he does wiggle at you. He then will bite at the swarm. He will hit the swarm. And they will take that and that. Swarm DC 11 con, which they fail.
The mechanics of that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm poisoning the swarm
Yeah.
with a bite. Like, wait, what? How? Whatever.
So that, and then that.
He puts up one of his hairy legs right in front of his fangs, and then uses the same muscle action to secrete the venom, but creates an aerosol that mists.
Nice. Well done.
He wiggles his thorax at you again, Leganor. Increasingly aggressively.
This time.
Huh?
I don't kick him.
You don't kick him. That's very kind of you. Rail, you're up.
Cool. Sorry, I was just conveying the events that occurred to Ken. I'm going to. Let's see. Can I? There's two guys coming over here. I'm going to cast a spell at those guys that are coming from below us. We're gonna cast Ice Knife.
Nice. That's a surprisingly powerful first level spell.
Yeah, Ice Knife
It
is
is-
great.
It is wild that it is a level spell.
To whom are you casting it on?
I'm gonna cast it on this guy.
The front giant spider coming through the tunnel.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I have aspirations of cleaving it to the guy behind him.
Noted. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
Yep.
A 12 will
Uh,
miss. Oh
It's
no,
a 13.
it is a 13, which will hit.
Yay!
Oh no,
Um,
wrong. I'm sorry, 13 does not hit. Different
aw.
enemy.
Well,
But
Shari.
dexterity saves. They both have to make dexterity saves.
On a hit, it takes the damage. Hit or miss, it explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet Must succeed on a deck save. So I need to do 2 deck saves. The front one passes, the back one fails,
Okay. So
and
Back one takes
the
11.
back one takes 11 cold damage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That
So
happens.
yeah. So I hold on to the sickle, like I one hand it, and I like make a motion and like conjure an ice knife, and like it whizzes past Wallace's head towards them.
Parts the swarm of spiders like the sea.
Yeah. Is
The first spider ducks, and then as it passes
it,
through the head of the first spider, it explodes in a shard of ice, and the back spider gets all the spray in its face.
and the front spider has sunglasses. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Phenomenal.
And then do I the is the spider that is my friend has been taking damage?
Yeah, he's been hit as a spider.
Cool. I'm gonna just because I want to use my action economy. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do a spell ability or a druid ability. We're gonna do some. Where is it? Balm of the Summer Court.
Balm of the Summer Court. You become imbued with the blessings of the Summer Court. You are a font of energy. You have a pool represented over D6s. Based on your druid levels. Okay, so I
Right,
guess
guys. My
you're
daughter's
gonna.
been having night terrors.
So I'm just.
Yeah. So
Oh no.
No worries, man.
yeah.
That's
Not good.
yeah,
Alright.
that's
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll some number of d6s.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like dump 2d6 of healing into spider.
Cool. Go ahead and roll those. So, Jin, you gain 4 health to your spider body plus 2 temporary HP.
+4. I give a little shudder of thanks.
And that's my turn. I'm just gonna chill here with my in between my 2 tanky friends.
Can you give that token temp HP? No, so just make it 19.
Okay, got it. Oh, I see. Okay, so I give the temp to myself, but I'll just make that 19, and I'll take away the 2.
Yeah, because the temporary HP, you
It's going
damage
onto
you
the
damage
spider
the temp
body.
HP before you damage your spider bod.
Mhm.
Cool. Alrighty. Cool. Nice job, Steve. Leganor, you are up.
You deleted the baddies in the turn order again.
Oh, for
But these
course.
are after that.
Yeah, there are 22. I remember that. Oh my
I don't,
good god, I
don't
hate
like
this.
spiders. They kind of gross me out. So I'm gonna point blank. I don't think are there penalties for shooting point blank?
Yes.
Yes.
There are.
Yes.
Yeah, you shoot at disadvantage if you are, unless you have the thief.
Oh, well then I'm gonna drop my bow, free action, draw my rapier, and I think make my first ever melee attack in this turn.
49 episodes in.
Wow.
I'm literally cornered at this point. Like, I could move, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but that would be a attack of opportunity.
It would.
It-
Yeah, it would provide an attack of opportunity from the.
We're gonna go with the rapier. It's time.
All right,
Desperate
here it
times.
comes. And you're attacking this thing.
Yeah, the little guy.
Okay.
I'm paranoid right now about getting poisoned in the dark.
Stabby, stabby.
The 17 will connect, and that's enough damage to kill it.
Well, your one-time use of a rapier.
Batting
heals
1,000.
The thing.
Spider on a stick.
Batting 1,000.
Is there any way I can move up here to do the same thing to the swarm?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you can move through his friendly space.
You can
yeah.
move through a friendly space. You could move to the other side of it. You can't end your movement in the wall though. But you could move.
I see.
You could move to
So
here.
by the same logic, the spider could get through, but he couldn't end his turn right there, right? The swarm.
No, because you're
Swarms
moving
are
to a
different.
friendly space.
Yeah,
Oh, that and swarms.
this is a friendly guy. Remember, that's Jin.
You know, I like the big spider between me and the swarm, so I'm just gonna celebrate my victory right there and not move, and I can't attack him.
Okay. The baddies. So the swarm is going to continue to try and bite at the big spider. I believe a 15 will hit it. And that means that Jin takes 15.
So is Jin still the spider, or has he been?
He is still currently the
I'm still
spider.
spider.
Question. I know wild shape. Does polymorph work the same as wild shape, where when the form's hit points drop to 0, you return to normal?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure. I didn't
And
want to
excess
miss.
damage is done to the
Yep.
corporeal
Just
form
like wild
in the
shape.
body.
Okay.
Okay.
This swarm. Kind of runs at you and then around you, Mike, and past you, um, because it's a bunch of tiny little, critters,
Yeah.
and they are going to bite at Rail.
Huh. That'll connect.
I believe a 21 will connect.
Sure does.
So that'll be 10 piercing.
Okay.
This guy will come to here, and he will bite at you, Wallace. 22.
Ah, yes.
Oof.
Boo.
So I need you to make a con save, DC 11. No problem.
Whoa! Wow!
So you do take the 8 piercing,
Waste of
but
roll.
only
Holy cow.
6 poison.
Seriously?
We've seen that and double nat ones this session.
Yeah, it's true.
Gosh darn it.
So yeah, 8 piercing and 6 poison.
Okay.
The other big spider boy runs up to here and will also bite at you, but misses, I assume.
Yes.
Very good. 5, 10, 15, 20. This swarm exits the tunnel, taking a little bit of spiky damage, but then, does nothing because that's not a real spider. 5, 10, 15, 20. And they also need to take some damage. 5, 10, 15, 20. Woo! I think everything in the area has taken its turn. 5, 15, 25, 35. Oh, never mind. That spider would not do that. Okay. Cool. Wallace, you're up.
Where is Sparkles with the fireballs? This is about the time when he uses them.
I'm sure he would
so
love to. You're on mute, Zach.
when you say that, I start to like wiggle violently.
Except I don't know that you're that spider still.
Well, no, you
In
you
fact,
can
if I was,
you can recognize him because remember he has like weird dragon scales on
I
him.
got
He looks
scales and
different.
stuff.
I don't. Well, my character was going to attack you, but then I got attacked by other ones in the south. I was like, giant spider, bye. I'm going to cast this on myself and go big. So if you could make me large, please.
Mike gets big.
I am now going to action surge and attack this thing twice.
Which thing?
The swarm next to the old man. That's probably not going to hit. 11 is. I'm assuming the AC is the swarm is 11 or
Sorry.
higher.
The 11 will miss.
23 won't, or the 23 will connect.
The 23 will connect.
For 14 damage to the swarm.
14 bludgeoning.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. You do that.
Oh, with the second one, I'll do this.
And you goad it to focus on you. You need to roll your superiority die for the bonus damage. And now it makes a wisdom save.
Yep.
Hey, where'd my swarm placard go?
DC 15.
Where the heck's the character sheet? What's going on here? Sorry, 1 second. I'm all messed up. That's the token. I need the character sheet. This is frustrating.
Hmm.
I don't know where my swarm of spiders character sheet has gone. Let me refresh real quick. Okay. Wisdom save, you said?
DC 15, yes.
Alright. Fails the wisdom save. So now it has disadvantage to attack anything but you, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. That happens. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's everything.
Alrighty. Jin.
Okay, I still have spider hit points, so I'm just gonna bite. Is this swarm damage?
Yeah, it's been hit.
The swarm, yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Does it look
swarms
good here?
have been hit some.
Because they're crawling through a tunnel of death. It is
Alright, then
11
I will just
o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock.
bite.
The masses.
I will bite.
You're biting the swarm?
That's all. Mhm.
Okay. Alright, I have to do that for you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Character sheet, bite. A 10 will miss.
And then I guess I'll just remain here to soak up a little bit of damage.
Cool. Rail, you're up.
Okay. We've got these two big guys. We've got these little guys. Our fireballer is still a spider.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's keeping the swarms up.
Hmm.
There's a real easy way to keep all the swarms off of you.
Right.
Fights don't normally take this long because normally there's fireballs.
Yeah.
It solves all of this.
Have both of these big guys been damaged?
This one has. This one has not.
There could be hundreds of more spiders than this, and I'm sitting here like I'm gonna let his spider body take as much damage as it can, and
I
then
mean, that's fair.
Mhm.
we're
Um,
basically we're basically in Goblin Town right
all right. I'm gonna cast blight on the. Uh, actually, spell slot. I guess firebolt on the damaged one.
Fire bolt on the damage one. Okay.
Yeah. So 15 to hit.
On the damaged giant spider.
Yeah.
That will hit.
It does 6 damage.
6 damage. That occurs. Is that it?
Uh, and then I will. Uh, I'm gonna pump another. So has Wallace taken damage yet?
Some.
Very little.
Okay.
What? You wouldn't know. Wallace
Yeah.
is fine.
Okay. Then I'll pump 2 more d6 of healing into the spider, I guess.
Cool. Go ahead and roll them. So just
Another 4.
+6 for you, Zach.
Thank you.
And that's it.
To your spider body.
Yep.
Leganor, you're up.
Totally good doing that.
mechanically, how would it work? Can I use my free action to pick up my bow and take a couple pot shots at that swing?
I believe you can equip a weapon as a free action,
Yeah.
and then you could fire your attacks. Yeah.
Luckily, it's rules as written instead of the spirit of the rules, firing an arrow at a swarm.
No. The
I
amount of
mean, there's
mechanics that have gone onto these swarms
but
is
there's
weird,
there's
right?
there's mechanics that handle that. Like there's a reason swarms have resistance to certain damage types. It's to account for the
Yeah.
fact that you're firing into a cloud of spiders and not a single target.
Yeah.
So
Arrow hits less expensive than fire, or less effective than like fireballs.
precisely.
I hear what everyone's saying. I'm just we're in the hive right now, and I know nothing about spider bodies. So I'm just like worst case scenario.
Yeah,
Fire
blame me
Then
there.
myself.
Rail
I don't know.
will say,
I don't know if these webs are flammable, and like I'm standing in some webs, so assuming that the terrain is accurate.
It's not. I just ripped a map off the internet. If they had actually cast web, I would have to show the difficult terrain.
Would cast fairy fire, but I don't want to make bumps easier. I will. Yeah, I'll just longbow the spiders. The spider swarm.
Which swarm?
The one right in front of me that's damaged.
That one. Okay, thank you. Both of those will hit. That one for that amount, and that one for that amount. Yeah, you pick out a few more of the spiders. There's only a few left in the swarm. Anything else?
And I'll stay put.
Very good. The monsters. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. This swarm moves to here and bites at Jin, missing. 5, 10, 15. This swarm moves to here and bites at Leganor. 18?
Miss.
18 misses?
Yep.
Wow, nice. Da, 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 da. 5, 10, 15, 20. This swarm will also bite at Leganor.
Missing.
And missing. And this swarm will bite at Jin. Missing. Good news for y'all. This other swarm is goaded by Mike and will attempt to bite at Mike. The 13 missing.
Nope.
Then the two giant spiders are continuing to also try and bite at Mike. 17.
Nope.
And 17.
Nope.
Mike's doing his job.
Yes, I
10,
am.
15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Not supposed to be doing a wall against spiders. That could be a big wall now.
30, 20, 25, 30.
They've overrun us. It might be time to call Broken Air.
Da, 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 da.
Mechanically, well, if Jin moves from that position to get out of the way of his own fireball, he's going to get, what, 4 opportunity attacks from the swarm? And he can't do that if he's a spider.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could disengage as an action, but you're right. You would have to.
You're a sorcerer, right? Do you have save spell?
What was that?
You're a sorcerer. Do you have save spell?
I'm sorry, buddy. You're breaking up.
You're a sorcerer. Do you have save spell?
No, I do
I think
not.
you've used that
What's
with
that
me
one?
in your. I think you've used that with me in the middle of your fireballs before.
It's one of your meta magics.
Oh, my meta magics. I see. Okay.
So
Careful.
just,
Yes,
like,
I do have that one.
You could just like
Oh,
you could just like yeet a fireball at the ground here and say like friends don't get hurt.
Yep. Yeah, careful spell. Yes, I do. I could post it here.
More things are rolling through the tunnel of love.
Spike Rose doing work.
yeah. Careful spell. Okay.
Excuse me, my nose is running. All right.
Charisma mod would mean more protected if you broke an arrow right on top.
Everything is attacking.
Do I?
You're up, Wallace.
I start to swing at the
Oh
swarm.
yeah. Is everybody good if we continue? Combat's obviously going to take some more time, so whenever you guys want to break, we can.
I'm good to go.
I'm okay to continue.
Everybody?
It's got to be unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you're good. We'll go 11:30. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Home now, so I am much more able to focus on other stuff.
Word.
Does the 15 hit the swarm?
We'll call it 11:30. Does the 15 hit the swarm? You bet it does. For 18 bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
You squish a bunch of spiders into paste.
Cool. Which one of these has been hit?
This one.
I'll swing at that one.
You do that. A 15 will hit it for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you killed it.
Yes.
Boom. Boom. Big Wallace.
Big Wallace.
Big Wallace do big things.
Bah.
How would it work with, like, could I just as a free action decide to end it at any point?
Any
Yeah,
concentration
you can just
spell
end
you can just
concentration
choose to end at any moment.
Does his spider form look fairly healthy, or I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
His spider body looks, on a scale of 1 to 26, it's maybe a 10.
Yeah, if you had to quantify how healthy you were into a number, say between 1 and 26.
Saying.
Oh,
to use that in real life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to see if Jin wiggles again, like he's itching, like it's let me go, bro. Quit holding me back, then. 'Cause he's done that on his previous turns and I've ignored it.
Okay. Well, that's cool. It's not your turn at all, but that's neat to talk about. Um,
I mean, he can break it whenever he wants, right?
yeah, I guess you could break concentration anytime. In any case, it's Jin's turn.
At this point, now that I'm surrounded, I definitely do not wiggle.
You don't want to blow all these guys up with a fireball?
I do, but I.
They also don't
They
care that
they can't attack you if they're dead.
Alright, let me see something then. Hang on. Because this is. I can. Alright, so. I know that Fireball spreads in an enclosed space. If the area, I should say the volume of area that I'm casting the spell on is smaller than the spread of the spell, does it then spread until it fills the proper volume?
Yes.
If that makes any sense?
Rules is written it does.
Yeah, so if you had like a 20-foot radius sphere of fire,
Mm-hmm.
but you cast
Right.
it in a tunnel that's only 5 feet wide, then it would take the same volume of a 20-foot radius sphere and spread it along that tunnel.
Spread it along. Okay, yes, that's
Which
perfect.
I
Okay,
can't do
I
that
forgot
math
about
on the
that.
fly, but we can
Nope.
pretty much accommodate it with our brains.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then I am not going to do that. But
The volume of the cylinder is the area of a circle multiplied by the height of the cylinder.
mhm.
Neat.
So for the most part, yeah, I mean, it would do more harm than good to Fireball in here. Yes, I do have Careful Spell, but the only one that's going to benefit from that would be Wallace. So
You can't do any number of people with careful spell.
you can, but it only allows me to allow them to pass the saving throw. So take half damage. You'd still take half damage from the Fireball.
unless you're me and you have a feat that lets you
Unless
take
you.
complete, it lets
Exactly.
you, or you have somebody with evasion, which none of us do.
I see. I mean,
So like, I'm designed around this.
I mean, like out of,
this is
out of character, that still seems worth. Because if not, we're just gonna sit here and have to like fight spiders one at a time.
Yes. No, I'm
One
going to
at a time,
retain my.
you're fighting swarms of hundreds at once.
Yes, I'm going to retain my uh, spider form for now and just bite at the, I don't know, weakest looking swarm around me.
That would be this one.
Let's bite it.
Okay. Bam. The 17 will hit. The swarm needs to do a DC con save, which it fails. So
18 damage.
it takes enough to kill it. And you don't wiggle, you said?
I do not wiggle.
All right. Rail, you're up.
Okay. I guess I'll do the minuscule amount of AoE that I can do, and I will ice knife at the swarm behind me over here with aspirations to blow it up over by that guy.
Nah. How does that work? That was a 5 foot within 5 feet.
There's nothing within 5 feet, huh? Alright. Well, I guess I'll just ice knife the big guy.
This one here?
Actually, I'm not gonna. Sorry. I'm gonna just cast Blight on that big guy.
Alright. Blight on the big guy. Go for it. Creature con save 8d8.
That's a level 4 spell. That's why.
Yowza.
It's a DC 18. But he crits.
Crits the save.
So he takes
Fair enough.
half of 33.
Yeah.
That's 16.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still very effective.
Yeah.
It's not a plant.
Yeah. And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna give myself 2d6 healing because I've been like looking at everyone else's HP, but I've also taken damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll them.
So I'll give myself
5 plus 2 temp.
Yep.
Cool. Leganananer.
Thing is,
Grab my Jeff.
I thought Mike was gonna follow that up.
oh, sorry, no, I'm not that. My wit doesn't always happen.
I'm gonna attack the swarm in front of me.
Attacks the swarm in front of him with
Pokes it.
a rapier. 16 will hit. You managed to poke a bunch of the spiders in their eyes.
Kind of shish kebab.
Yeah.
His rapier just stick.
Here, roast this for me, will you, Jen?
Somehow 2 attacks us like. Shing.
Yeah.
5 of them.
It's like billiards. You kind of line it up.
Nice. 2 successful attacks. There's only just like a couple of little spiders tootling around still out of the swarm.
You chop like you're using a chef's knife like this.
Yeah.
It's rolling action.
Anything else, Jeff?
That's it.
Cool. The monster kill. This big spider's gonna bite at Mike. Unsuccessfully. I mean, he bit at you. He just didn't do a good job of it. Then 2 swarms.
To be fair, I did a pretty good job of it. Just Mike did a better job.
2 swarms
at
bite.
avoiding it.
2 swarms bite at Jeff. Does a 19 hit? So you take 6 piercing. 1 more swarm bites at Jin for an 11, which I believe misses.
14, I think. Yeah, 14. We're good.
Ah! What? You cheeky little bastard.
The spider will bite at Rail. Excuse me. 21 hit.
Yeah.
Very good. So I need a DC 11 con save.
I don't understand why they're going after the druid. So he passes. He takes 8.
He takes well, he takes the 6.
Yeah, then the poison.
And then half the poison is 2. Yeah, you're right. 8. 8 damage.
Battery's dying. I gotta go plug in.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Use that fireball right about now. There's a big guy over here. A drowy one.
Oh shit. Hits just keep on coming.
There's another big one coming up from the north. Well, we did walk into a den. Perhaps we should consider leaving?
I wish you could see everything happening on my screen.
No, I really don't.
All right. I think everything has done its thing. Um, oh no, I'm sorry. Everything has not done its thing. Where is it? Not that one. Where is? Oh yeah. Boom, boom.
Okay, who got webbed successfully?
So well, I guess both the 25 and the 24 would hit any target we attacked. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, what was the area? It's just a target, right?
I don't know. You
For
tell me
target,
what
yeah.
I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. So, Mike, you're webbed, and bum, 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 bum.
All right. So what conditions does that give me?
Leganor is webbed. So you are restrained by webbing. You can make a DC 12 strength check as an action to burst the webbing. You could also attack or destroy the webbing if you wanted to.
Does it simply mean you can't move, or does it affect you otherwise?
Restrained creature's speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saves.
There you go. And that brings up your turn, Mike.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my action to break that.
Very good. So it's a strength save, strength check. DC 12 success, so you break your restraints.
I do not have much in the way of bonus actions at this point. So yeah. Yay, action economy, and that's going to be a problem in the long run. So much for squishing things near me, and also stopping things from getting past me. Damn it.
Spiders and swarms, man, they just kind of go around.
Yeah.
Or over. I had to find a creature that you couldn't just wall like you always do.
Well, you gotta wait. Well, in this situation. I'd like to do bait and switch without the actual switching.
I don't think you can. I think the reason
Yeah,
you
no, I
gain
kind of
the
feel
AC is
confused.
because you've confused them.
Yeah, you switch bait. Alright, well, wait a minute. Do you take the attack action? Nope, that's only if I take the attack action. Well, bugger. Yeah, no, I'm out of options. I got nothing.
Alrighty. Jen, you're up.
Upon seeing, so I imagine I'm seeing in real time all this down here, right? Vision.
Well, I was
Yeah.
also saying, like, pointy person!
Yeah. So
Pointy ear dude!
when I see that, now I'm gonna release the bubble.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Look around. Okay. I just yell, about damn time.
But it's Rail's turn regardless.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
It's my turn.
It is.
Yes. Mike just went.
Yes?
Mike just broke his restraints, and then that brings up Rail's turn.
I have an 11 before on my turn
What?
because Jin's token's not there.
Oh, because I just deleted his token. You're right.
Yeah, I was like,
Sorry.
that's the whole reason.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. It's not Rail's turn. It's because I just deleted the token that he was using. hang on.
Joking initially because my initiative roll.
Dun, 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 dun,
When
dun.
even though I was a tarantula.
All right, Jin's turn.
Okay.
Sorry
So
about
now that I am back at Jin, I am going to cast this.
that. Ugh.
I know
Animate
that is a wall of
objects.
text.
Okay,
That is a huge wall of text.
what are you
So-
animating?
Animate objects.
Yeah. So I will choose. Where is the list there? All right, I'm gonna cast medium objects. How many medium objects do I get? That is 2 objects. No, small. I'm gonna do small objects. So small stones, 10 small stones. I'm going to.
So tiny, isn't it? If you want 10, it's the 1d4 plus 4. Oh, yeah. So
Small could be 1d8 plus 2. Looks like.
oh,
Tiny is 1d4 plus 4. Small. Yeah, 1d8 plus 2 damage. So 10 small stones. I'm going to animate and command them all to attack enemy spiders.
Ten small stones that you just find in the ground. You're gonna animate.
Mhm.
Okay. And you're telling it to do what?
Attack enemy spiders.
Attack enemy
I can give
spiders.
one command to all of them.
Yeah, so like a specific target. It'd be like attack that.
I think you can give it general commands. Hang on, let me just read.
If you command an object to attack, it can make a single melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so if you just animates a bunch of seems that makes sense.
So I guess you
That's
could,
kind
in
of
theory,
scatters them about.
yeah, animate them scattered around, because you have 120 foot range.
Yeah.
All right, so that's fun. We need to make 10 little
And-
object rocks.
So
Yeah.
it's level
Yes.
27 at this point, so you probably just want it. This may be a good place to
Yeah.
stop.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
So we
that's
will
actually perfect.
we will
'cause
pick up.
my
I'll
daughter is
make a note here.
yelling again.
Pick up on Jin's turn, animating 10 rocks. Cool. All right, yeah.
We're supposed to be doing this again. We won't be doing this again theoretically for 3 weeks.
It'll be a while, so the note will be
We
helpful.
can catch up. Yeah.
A note about future Sky. Oh, anyway, so that's gonna end the session, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, of which none of you exist. Appreciate you all watching. We had a good time. Fun little spider cave. We will continue this combat when we return, which will be in a few weeks. Next week we'll be back in Mike's campaign. The Deacon will be available on Thursday. The following week he will not be available on Thursday because it's Holy Thursday. So we'll have to come up with something else to do.
Okay.
Whether that's Emrae
Hey guys, I gotta run. I'm
or
sorry.
one shot or something
night.
different, we'll figure that
Hi,
out.
Zach.
But anyway, good night, the internet.
Good
We'll
night,
just
internet.
close. We'll close stream here.